Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Into the Fear. I am your host, Chainsaw Sammy. And wow, guys, we just got done with Transworld. Then we got done with East Coast. Now, oh my gosh, MHC is literally this coming weekend. And joining me today is General Manager of Massacre Haunted House, Carly. Welcome back.
Hi.
Girl, oh my gosh, the time is flying by. It's finally on its way. It's here, MHC 2026. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited to see everybody. And then obviously to be on the bus tour. It's gonna be a really crazy, hectic weekend, but it'll be super fun.
Absolutely. So excited to be back at Massacre. Last time I was there was back in 22, and I know you guys have done a ton of renovations since then.
Oh
Anything you
yeah.
could tell us that's new for this coming year, or that will definitely be new for Friday night that no one has seen before?
Yeah, so we've spent over like $50,000 on our new asylum area. So that's all completely new and renovated. So we're actually still putting all the finishing touches on it and everything like that. So that's completely brand new from last season.
That's awesome. So, not only that, you also have the escape rooms. Tell us about that. Will you guys be open Friday night with the escape rooms, or at least during the day so people can come and check those out?
Yeah, so Mine Trap escape rooms, they're open 20 or every day, 7 days a week. And then from there on, we're open all weekend for MHC because I have like my normal Mine Trap staff. So it's not like we like shut down because there's a convention or anything like that. So like even like if let's say you're not like a party or anything like that and you want to take like a 45-minute drive to go play an escape room, you're more than welcome to head down to Mine Trap, and you can even book on our website at mindtrapescaperooms.com. And then you guys can just book your experience there.
Freaking awesome. So, Carly, how long have you been in the haunt industry?
I have been in the haunt industry for, I want to say it's like 11 and a half years.
Wow. What got you started?
I walked through Statesville Haunted Prison in Joliet, Illinois, like when I was like 15 or 16, or 15. Yeah. And then the next year, me and my old friend said that we were going to go try out to act or whatever. And originally, I almost bailed because I was like, that's too anxiety ridden for me. I was very shy. But then my friend was just like, you're going. So we went and auditioned and then we got in. So I worked with Zombie Army for a year, very, very long time ago, obviously. Um, and then from there on, moved on to Massacre, just because it was closer to my house. So it was versus like a 45-minute drive at a crisp 16-year-old age with no car. It was better with that. So it was a lot closer to me because Massacres only was like 10 minutes.
Freaking awesome. So, what was like your first character that you did?
The first one that I ever did was Darcy, which is like my makeup page is based off of. Um, so that one was just kind of like I used to slide on like knee pads and stuff. So that was like the very first one. She was just, I don't even know, like a green gremlin creature thing that just kind of put on whatever and just ran around.
Yeah. What made you come up with that character? Like, was there an idea, or was it just a, hey, let's throw this together and see if this works?
So my original like favorite thing is I love Evil Dead movies. And I really like the whole like I think they're called like Deadites or whatever. So like me being like, young and just looking for inspiration, I just looked on like Pinterest and I was just looking through a lot of like ideas and stuff. And I really like the way that they look is just very like layered, but with like kind of like normie clothes, that are obviously super distressed. Um, so I based it kind of off of that and then just whatever I really felt comfortable in, and what I wanted the ideal look to be. Because I didn't really want to have a theme because I wanted to be able to fit everywhere. So it was just kind of whatever I felt like doing, really.
With all of your characters that you've done, so let's bring up some photos here. This one, she is just iconic. Absolutely love this one.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
What made you come up with the idea of this?
So Adeline, I came up with, we were at the Trans World, and that's a Custom Arts hat, and I was looking at the hat and everything, and I was already trying to come up with something different, and I wanted to do like all white, and it was there, and I went perfect, and then I got it, and thanks to Ryan, because obviously like he helped me out by getting it. It was really expensive. I didn't pay that, but it's okay. And he got me the hat and the ruffles and everything like that. And I just started piecing it together. The very first one that I made was like an Amazon dress, and I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I didn't really, have the time to like have somebody make anything. And then I obviously started piecing her together from Dee, which is our costume head at Massacre. She knows how to like sew completely from scratch. So she completely made that dress custom and everything like that. So it's not even like you can buy that on any website, because it's completely like tailored and created for Adeline.
Freaking cool. How long did it take you to make this?
Where she's at now, it took about like, I want to say like 2 seasons. It's just collectively finding like just random stuff I want to do. Cause like when she first started off, she had like a head sock. And then I ditched the head sock because it got way too hot. And it was also like scratching right here, and I didn't like that. So then I did like my normal orange hair, which is obviously like at the time was like shoulder length. And then I was like, I need to get a wig because I wanted to have like long orange hair. And then I put like little teeth in it and stuff. So I mean collectively like 2 seasons of just like developing her and like putting more detail and whatnot.
Is that costume hot?
Yes and no. Like in the beginning of season when it's kind of hot, because Chicago area obviously like it kind of flip-flops when it wants to actually be cold or whatever. So the beginning I just don't wear the turtleneck under, because I wear a turtleneck. And that's where all the long sleeve and that comes from. I just won't wear it and then just dress my arms. But most of the time it's like if it's really cold outside, I'm absolutely freezing. But most of the time it's like medium, like I'm kind of worried about MHC because it's gonna be summer.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be struggle busing for sure, but it'll look cool, so it's fine.
All right, let's look into some other characters you got. Here's another photo I got from another angle. I absolutely love this. I love the idea. I love the costume. It is beautifully executed.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know what photos to send. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, that one's like a vampire thing that I made. That's me and Alex. Yeah. Love robot that I made horribly.
Now, this was
Oh.
another favorite I like. So for me, I always love the realism. Like I want them to look real, and like that looks like a real person, like someone that comes out of the dark.
Yeah, that one was I think I was at Eloise. That one was a really cool, fun experience to do.
Was that Eloise when they were on the tour a few years ago?
I can't remember. I used to go down there all the time, and volunteer. So I think I acted there like, I want to say like 2 or 3 times. That might have been the tour. I don't really necessarily remember. Either way, it's always, I loved acting there before.
Eloise was beautifully executed from the ground up.
Yes.
I've talked about this before with Jim and John, who, Jim's one of the owners, and then John was the head of makeup department there. And just their audio, the sets, the scenes, everything takes you back to that time. It's just, it's awesome. I have nothing but positive things to say about Eloise. I wish she was a lot closer to me. I hate that it's all the way up in Michigan and I'm all the way here in Missouri.
Right.
I like this one here. She looks like she's ready for a Kiss concert.
I know that one was just really random. I just throw together a bunch of random stuff like all the time because I do a lot of like photo shoots and stuff like that just for fun. So like that one was at Midnight Terror and slash visuals. We just were like, hey, do you want to do a photo shoot? And we were like, yeah, sure. So I just threw a bunch of stuff in a bag and called it a day.
Tom does some good work. We love Tom. I love
I
that he's
know.
so shy, but when he's got a camera, you know, he's Mr. I'm in your face. And I'm like, really? Yet you're shy when it turns on you.
I know he could definitely be personable once you get to know him. But he's definitely shy at first, but he's a very talented guy.
He has some of his videos, not just with Midnight Terror, but like some of the concert videos that he's done. I mean, incredible work. Shout
I
out to
know.
Tom over at Slash Videos.
Yeah. That's Mason from Dreadworks. When this was like
Is
forever
it
ago.
really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen Mason do makeup, but I've never seen him in makeup.
Yes. Yeah, that was the last time I personally ever saw him in a costume. Because we were at Necropolis forever ago and when he used to work there. But yeah, we were just like, hey, let's take photos. And that's also Tom. So like we just were like in this like creepy looking like old paintball area that they used to have, and it was like super like worn down and just set up right there.
That's awesome. I would kill to act with Mason. It'd be so much fun.
He's super fun. Same, yeah. We were just sitting there for forever just taking pictures.
That's crazy. Had no idea that was him. When it walked right by me and had no idea. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and that one's my Christmas theme, Adeline.
Love the green hair.
That one was really fun to make.
So what all materials did you use for this one? Same as the other one?
Yeah, so the dress is the same blueprint and everything. I just had to create it with Christmas colors. And then from there on, same thing like long sleeve. And then I think I had like maybe little wrist cuffs, and the hat I made by myself, which like was really hard because making a dunce cap by scratch is not the easiest thing ever. It's actually really difficult. So it's not the best and it doesn't look great, but it works for what I'm doing. So then I obviously the dunce cap and the little elf ears. The elf ears are just I think they're Krylon ones. So I've had them for a pretty long time.
All right, so let's go into some more makeup.
So that's Jade. We love Jade. She does really good work for Dreadworks and everything.
So I'm going to say this. Which one is you?
The orange one.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
Again, I would have had no idea it was you.
I know everyone said I looked like incredibly angry. Cause like the eyebrow that she applied, I think it just like it fell on me differently that made me just look like super angry. So everybody thought I had RBF. Oh well.
And then this last year at the Dreadworks booth, again, I had no idea that was you. I'm over here taking photos and videos of you, and then had no idea it was you till later when I seen you post, like, look, it's me. And I'm like, that was Carly the whole time.
Yeah, no, I kind of like just do a bunch. I love modeling. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So that's my boyfriend Vasile. So when he asked me to model, I was like, perfect, I'll do it.
He does an incredible job too. And I mean,
I know.
I've talked with Mason a little bit about that, but if you want to tell the audience, like, what is everything made of here? So, like, everything from the mask to the arm pieces.
I'm gonna be so for real. I don't remember where the mask and the arm pieces came from. I do know that the person who made it usually makes those for like raves and like techno stuff. And then also makes it for like if you're looking for like futuristic, like apocalyptic type stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. I really like it. He like cut the person like can custom like all the lights and everything for you. And then the skirt was made by Judo from Judo or Creations by Judo. And
Mhm.
then the top is literally just an ace bandage that I had laying around.
Freaking, I mean, that just turned out so cool. Something totally different, never seen it before. And you just stare at the lights like they're eyeballs.
Yep.
Like, kind of gives me spider vibes, but like at the same time, futuristic. I'm trying to find the white words for it, but no, that was really cool makeup, something different.
It was definitely, yeah, he's really good at like doing things that are definitely not inside of like it's outside of the box and it looks really cool.
Doing something different that the
Yeah.
industry hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder every year to be original and come up with new concepts and ideas because the industry just keeps growing and the best of the best just keep every year at Transworld, MHC, and even East Coast, everyone's always like challenging themselves to get better and better.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that one I did for because we both did a demo that year. So I did kind of like everyone called it like what are they called? Like the Ice Walker or whatever from Game of Thrones. Forget what they're called, like ice something. But everyone said it was kind of like that.
Yeah, the White Walkers from Game of
That,
Thrones.
yeah.
Yeah, I was calling him Jack Frost.
It was supposed to be literally like a animalistic type Jack Frost, which is why he didn't have shoes. Because like obviously in like the that one Guardians movie, where they do have a Jack Frost, he doesn't have shoes.
Mhm.
So I based it kind of off of that, and then like the little what do they call it? Cat no. The pants I made are more like capri shorts or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
khaki.
yeah, and then I did like little jars full of like snow, and then he had a little icicle that I made, which not a lot of people understood, which is okay. I knew what it meant.
Yeah, no, this was actually really cool. But yeah, I get the White Walker, yeah, vibe. But no,
Yeah.
Jack Frost was the first thing that popped in my head, and I'm glad I was right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jack Frost was literally like that's what I based it off of.
What got you started in makeup?
For makeup, I mean, honestly, I did my first season and then I started just doing makeup like on my own in my bathroom, just like experimenting with like eyeshadow and stuff. And from there on, then I ended up when I went to Massacre, Barbie Hood, she was the makeup head at the time. She basically was like, "Oh, you want to do makeup? Cool. I'll teach you everything." So then I just started learning over time from her, and doing like going from just like obviously your basic like hand applied makeup to then airbrushing, which is what I primarily specialize in now.
That's awesome. So when you go from like grease makeup to airbrush, I've asked this question quite a few times, but I always want to know like every artist's opinion on it. When you go from using the grease and the creams and moving up to airbrush, was it a real challenge or did it become, oh, this is a lot easier?
I think both play like a hand in like helping you out. So like I think like no matter what, like if you only airbrush and then you jump to airbrushing to hand applied makeup, you're gonna struggle both ways. I think it's gonna be hard, which is why you have to learn the basics to move forward and do anything more like, you know, I guess that's more higher skill level. Airbrushing was definitely not easy to understand at first, and that's why like I get asked all the time by actors, by people, I want to learn, what do I do? And I'm like, practice. I mean like all ooh, practice all the time. Like never stop. Like you just, I would sit there in my basement and like paint my friends just for fun all the time, and like, or paint myself. Like I airbrush myself every night I act, like, because I would just sit there for hours and just practice, 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 and have fun with it. Like, and a lot, it is dedication, because it's like you have to give that time to learning, and also kind of like put your pride aside, and it's okay to like put a bad makeup out there. It's still good, it's still a good makeup. Like not everybody's going to be proud. I think there's still stuff that I do now that, like, I even look at it, I'm like, ooh, I'm like, okay, I gotta fix that, because you can't always be perfect, not everybody can always whip out like the best makeup on the planet every single time. But airbrushing is definitely, it can be hard, or it can just be really natural for people. I've seen people, like I had an actress one time, she came to one of my makeup classes at Massacre, and she airbrushed for the first time in her whole entire life, and she was able to like literally like doodle out like an illustration of like somebody's face with it, and I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. And she never came back, but like she was great because she ended up going to college and stuff like that. So it was sad because I was like, I want to teach you and like do things with you, and she's like, yeah, cool. And then she goes, actually, I'm going to college. And I was like,
Uh,
she would have been a great makeup artist too, because she just understood the airbrush very well.
I've had that happen too, where you get really good people and either they go off to college, they got another job that takes up their time, or they got kids, and you're like, I need you here though.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
it's worse when it's middle of season.
Ugh, I know. I'm
You're
like, all
like,
right, don't
why
abandon
did
us, please.
yeah, yeah, don't abandon us. And it's also middle of season. You ain't going nowhere. That employee
Yeah.
contract is solid. No, you sold your soul to me. You're not leaving. Not leaving until after
Right?
season. Unless you got a replacement who's just as good as you or better or something to give me, maybe. And then even then I'll say, no, you're still not going nowhere. But it is
Yeah,
what it is. People have their own lives. Haunting is only part-time for most of us. So honestly, always get it. Family comes first. Your job that pays your bills comes first. But it does
hmm,
suck for us in management when the good ones leave.
I know,
And
it
it
sucks.
and it's always something that you can't control. It's like things happen.
Yeah,
But
it definitely sucks.
so from all your makeups, which was like the favorite you have ever done?
Um, I don't know. I mean, like there's plenty that I really enjoyed doing. I mean, obviously um the Frost, oh my God, the White Walker I really liked a lot. Um, and then I've done so many. I can't even think, like, I mean, everything I do during season, like I had this one guy that he was bald, which is perfect. And I did like this clown look on him, and the clown look was like kind of basic, but it worked well because I ended up using Fleet Street, which is like really good blood, and I ended up just like absolutely just pouring that shit all over his head, and it looked incredible. I mean, like it looked real. So that one was really cool. I always think about that one because it was fun. And it was just gory. Because I feel like nowadays, like the makeup industry and everything like that, um, it it's so like leaning towards like, in my opinion, like not much gore anymore. And like that's all that it was for me when I was growing up. So and doing all that stuff. So I like doing all the blood and all that stuff because it brings back to where we all started with just the SFX, the actual like the blood and the cuts and all that
Yes.
stuff. And like going back to kind of like old school stuff, and I miss it. So because I feel like there's just a lot of everything else out there that's being forgotten. But blood's still pretty cool. So I like using that.
Hey, that's me. All my characters, except for one, there's one that doesn't have any blood on it. All my characters are covered in blood spatters. There's blood. The gorier, the better. Obviously, I like to challenge myself and do different things that I haven't done before, but I'm the same way as you. I still like doing the cuts, the burns, the old school bruises and obviously the bloodier, the better, just because it shows the realism. But I understand with makeup artists, you want to challenge yourself. You want to go out of your comfort zone and do more things. And like I said, at
Mhm.
every show, including you, every makeup artist just keeps challenging themselves and doing things you thought you would never seen before in the haunt industry. And then I love when the mask makers are like, I need to make that into a mask. It's so
Yeah.
good. I love it when they do that. I know some artists probably might feel like, "Oh, I don't want you making my beautiful makeup into a mask." I'm like, "But the mask will be preserved." The makeup,
Right.
unfortunately, those prosthetic pieces don't last forever. I can get maybe 1 or 2 use out of them, but they don't last forever. And of course, hygiene and everything else, they get gross. They get sweat and all kinds of gunk trapped in them. So eventually they got to go to the dumpster. While with a mask, well, that will last forever. So for someone to come up and say, I want to remake that makeup of yours into a mask, I would feel very privileged. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm honored, especially if it's one of the big name companies.
Yeah, I mean, if they give credit for it, the design,
Oh,
obviously,
absolutely.
I'm all for it. It's different if like somebody
Someone
steals it
stole
or something.
it and claims
Yeah,
it's theirs. Oh, absolutely. When
yeah,
plagiarism plays a part.
yeah.
But I love like this year, especially if you notice that like with Transworld and stuff, like sea creatures are becoming like a big theme that I've noticed.
I know. I loved the little lobster guy, the lobster that was done on
Over at Infected.
yeah, for infected. I really liked that one. That one was really cool. The her name is Zombie Undead. She was the little
Mhm.
lobster chick. Um, that was really cool. I very much enjoyed that. And then I know Christian did a pirate lobster hand dude.
Yeah.
So that was also really cool.
That gave me Pirates of the Caribbean vibe,
Oh
but
yeah.
with like the like you said, the White Walker makeup because he went with the ice blue. So actually, no, I would say that's more Haunted Mansion, like Pirates of the Caribbean meets Haunted Mansion, because Haunted Mansion
Yeah.
does the blues and the whites and the grays for their color scheme on their ghosts. But no, that Transworld every year just blows my mind. I thought I was a good makeup artist, and then I see all these guys, and I'm like, I ain't.
Dude, I know. That's how I feel all the time, half of the time now, man. I used to never be like growing, being like 20, or probably like 21 to like 24-ish. Like it was like everybody was just kind of like we were all there, man, and it was all great. And then not that it's not great now, but it's like all these people walked in and you're like, God damn, slow down.
Where'd
Like
you come from?
let us catch up first. Shit. Like we're all falling behind. Damn. But not trying to like say anything bad. Like these new artists that are coming out are incredibly talented. But it's like when you see all the kids nowadays that like you see like now like they're in high school and they look like they're like 25 and
Right?
like because they dress
Some
all
of them.
nice and everything like that. And I'm like, hey, that's not necessarily fair. Everybody's got to have their awkward teenage like dress like crap phase. Like that's not
Right.
fair. So like that's how I feel about like where I see a new artist. I'm like, first of all, where did you come from? And second, you didn't even have an awkward phase. I had an awkward phase, and that's not fair.
You're like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's like they just like, but that means they're great at it. Like they definitely are naturals at it, and they just kind of jump straight to being able to do all those things. Versus like there are certain like me, I'm very much like a physical person where I have to like physically do things to really like get used to it.
I know for me, going from grease makeup and creams, all the old school stuff, going to the airbrush, it's I don't get my hands dirty, which is nice. I'm not ruining my manicure. I don't have to wear gloves, but that hands on, I do miss that. Now, granted, when I put prosthetic pieces on, I'm doing the hands on, I'm making sure everything's smoothed out, it's all perfect. But that's one thing I miss is doing the hands on makeup.
Yeah, the airbrush is definitely really convenient. Also, just for cleaning purposes and being
It's
cleanly and
hygienic
like
too.
hygienic. Yeah, but there is still like really the cool aspect of actually sitting there and like putting on makeup or a bruise or anything like that.
Yeah. So when you're coming up with makeup and you're thinking about color scheme, what comes like to your mind? Do you imagine like an actual palette, or do you just go like obviously probably self test and make sure, do I like that shade? No.
Yeah, I mean a lot of our colors at Massacre are custom. I just kind of like I'll buy like a large quantity and then I make my colors for everybody and everyone usually they'll request it like some of my artists will request like a certain color. Like a lot of my artists really like my dark purple that I make. So we use that a lot. And from there on I don't know, I like the person sits down, I ask where they're going, I go, okay. And then I like sit there for a second and I think and I just like flip through like the 1,000 looks that are in my brain all the time and I go, okay, I want that one. And then I go and just do it. And then, even sometimes like I'll switch it up and I will look like there's certain things like looks I want to do. So like I'll like screenshot them and keep them in like my phone. And then like I have like certain kids that like I can really do anything on. So like, and they're always open to it. So I would say, okay, cool. Today we're doing this. And then I show them and they're like, perfect. Okay. And then I just kind of do it. So, it's just for me, it's a lot of layering. So obviously you start off with like basing and stuff like that. And then your colors that really work well together. So I know I'm always either going to start off with, you know, obviously if we're doing like something that requires white, or even like a different base from there and then go on to like all like your contouring with the layers and stuff like that.
Um, sorry, got a lump in my throat.
You're good.
So with your makeup, is it mostly alcohol based or is there something else that you use?
No, it's mainly alcohol based. Because we use EBA, Dreadworks, and some Pro Air at Massacre. So basically everything's all alcohol based. We do have I always stand by Wolf Effects. They've always been really good with their cakes, their little pucks or
Yes.
whatever. I use those all the time for any like details or anything like that. Like all my, my crew for the makeup team all likes to use it. So I always supply like 1,000 colors from them. I mean, they always probably get at least like $400 from me each Trans World for our makeup because I always need to buy more because we end up eating through that shit. But primarily alcohol based, but some like water based, like up like hand applied stuff, but not water based airbrush paint just because we're inside, so it gets kind of hot. So if you don't have the alcohol base, it just sweats right off.
So, question with Dreadworks. So, I know Mason was telling me at Transworld they changed the formula in the grimes. My shipment has not arrived yet, so I have yet to use it and test it myself. So, I want to know your opinion on it. So, from the old grime formula to the new stuff, which one do you like better? Is the new stuff better than the old, or does the old still have like its old charm?
So I unfortunately did not test out any of the new ones. I just know I bought grime sprays from Mason every year. I just didn't buy any this year because we had some left over. So like I just was like, oh, we'll just add to it. So I didn't even know they had a new formula. Or wait, no, I did. Sorry, they put a Facebook post out about it. Um, yeah, I unfortunately didn't test it, but I know that I had a couple friends who I asked about it and they said that they liked it a lot. So I personally love the OG grime sprays. I really liked the red that they had. The red created like such like it's like a, it looked like chalky red, like,
Yeah.
but like it, it didn't go anywhere. So it was very unique and I liked that a lot and the kids liked it too. So from there on we use them all the time. It's so fast and easy. You just go and then you just go bye. So
It
we
is.
love the grind sprays.
Like, yeah, airbrush does make it easy. So let's talk about like full body. So, like face, you can work on someone's face for hours. But when it comes to full body, man, it's a lot more work than someone's face and neck. When you are doing chest, when you're doing arms and legs or torso and back, it takes up so much time because now you have an even bigger canvas to work with. Airbrush, I know, has taken away all that time to where now you can get it done a lot faster. But what I like about the grime spray is it's just done. It's done if you're showing a lot of skin.
Yeah. No, I definitely like sometimes like if you get people that show up late and like you don't really have time to like sit there and give them like a whole buff body or whatever and do some cool
Yeah.
stuff. You just spray them down and go, all right, go, bye, get in there. So like they're definitely like a game changer for that, for Dreadworks. Like that, the grime sprays are probably one of like the main things I buy from them like ever, because it's like such a good idea.
I started buying the grind spray as soon as he brought it out. I was like, give me all the colors. And then he came up with more
Same.
colors. I'm like, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I know,
Mason.
same. When they got the grime sprays, I instantly was like, I want one.
You told me I got to do less work.
Yeah, I was like, give me all of them. Actually, I'll take every single one. And then I buy a pack because I'll take it. Anything that makes my job easier and faster, bro, I'll take it.
My biggest thing was like, especially during the beginning of season, and I know you can relate to this because Chicago has like the similar weather to Missouri, is that the first opening weekend, so like the first 3 weekends, it's warm. So actors that normally wear tons of layers to hide, skin, like so like a little bit of forearm, a little bit of ankle. Well, that kind of throws it off when you got this beautiful mask, makeup, costume, and all of a sudden human legs, human arms,
Yeah.
human hands. The grime spray takes away with that. We were just like, come here. Couple colors.
I hate when people don't do it. Like I'll see kids walk by and like it's most of the time it's because they're wearing like something that they sit in the makeup chair in the beginning, and then that wasn't their costume. So then they put their costume on and then there's just like a freaking hard line across their chest or their arm, and I'm like, yo, come on. What are we doing? Like, let's get in gear, bro. And then I instantly am like, who did your makeup? And they'll say, and I'm like, go back to them and tell them to fix the hard line because you were supposed to be wearing your costume and you weren't. So now you just look silly. So, or I'll just fix it because I'm like, I'll be faster, and just do it. So I hate when the kids do that. I'm like, just wear your damn costume, bro, when you get it.
When they strip during the middle of the night.
My God, yeah.
Why is half your costume missing? It got hot.
Dude, that happens. My favorite is always finding that one actor that ends up like they have a whole costume and then they just end up in like a blank wife beater on with like pants. And I'm like, what happened? Where'd it go?
Are you serious?
It's hot. Cool that you let us know that. So we can get you something that feels better versus just that tank top. Ew.
Or I can come in there and grime spray, with a bucket of blood and some grime spray, and we'll make this happen. We'll make it work somehow.
Anything but just a blank tank top. Anything.
Especially when it's clean white too, like it's brand new right out of the bag. You're like, yeah, that's a sore eye.
Didn't even try, dude. Come on. Get better.
Yes, I know, Kevin. I need to stay hydrated. Hey, Frankenfuel, sponsor me. I'll start drinking those every time I'm on show.
Frankenfuels are so good.
I know.
It literally made me feel like so wired, like, but in a good way. Obviously.
Yeah, no crash.
It's like no. I ended up messaging him and asking him, like, I was like, dude, what are you putting in these things, man? Are you putting like something in there? And he's saying natural caffeine, something like that, or not natural. I forget what it's called. It's like something that I don't think is in like normal energy drinks. So it just overall, in my opinion, it's way better than Red Bulls. I was so sad when at Transworld, I loved that they did like you could buy just individual cans while you're on the show floor. It's perfect. I went there every morning and got a Frankenfuel. But I was like, oh, I should have totally taken a case with me because I wish that I had a Frankenfuel right now. So
luckily they're all over. I mean, obviously they'll be there at MHC, but they're kind of like all over. Almost every haunt that I've seen in the Chicago row will have a Frankenfuel, either a stand out there selling them, or you go back into their merch and they'll have it there for sale and stuff. So that's really cool that they're like all over the Chicago. They're starting to be all over the East Coast side. I know we have it now over out at Woods of Terror. So
I think they also have it at like select Spencer's
really
stores. Like that's what I heard. Possibly, I could be wrong. But I thought I heard that they were at Select Spencer's. Like some stores are like actually like take like big name stores.
Heck yeah. Keep rocking it.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. Like Franking Fuel, the guy who runs it is very kind, very sweet, very talkative and very positive. Like that's the reason why I like working, doing like photo shoots with his product is because like he never expects it. But when you do it, it's like he like makes you feel like you're like $1,000,000 for it. It's awesome.
He's very humble and very appreciative.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like
Very
I need to
humble.
get him on the show here very soon.
Yes, you should. He's very sweet.
Yeah, T-Rex, a very nice guy.
Who's Mike? That's the name. I'm really bad with names.
Girl, me too. Girl, me too. I think it
Yeah.
took me, I knew you for like a year. I knew you through Alex and Derek, but it did actually take me a while. And they're like, that's Carly. I'm like, I can remember that. It's unique. It's not a very common name. So I was like, I
Right?
can remember
Okay.
that.
Cool.
My
Everyone
name,
always tells me it's
super
so
common.
unique. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and to an extent. I mean, I actually only know like currently as of right now, like the actual name Sammy. Like, I think like you're the only one that I know currently. I grew up with one, but she was kind of an asshole. So, but you're a good Sammy. So not that one, but yeah, Carly. Everyone always tries to tell me that Carly is a common name, and I think that's bullshit. No, it's not.
No.
I only know like one or two Carlys in total that are in the haunt industry. That's it.
And that's me too. I think there's only two of you on my profile.
Yeah.
But you're the one that I know for the longest. And of course, you're the one who's closest to me too, because you're right up in the Chicago region.
Yeah.
But what I love about, and this is going to be getting to asking you how many haunted houses you have worked for. The great thing about the Chicago region, because I will keep saying this, I'll take this to my grave. The Chicago region, you guys are like one or two of the top per capita of how many haunted houses that are within the same region. Like Ohio is number one state-wise, but everyone's kind of separated and spread out through the states and the major cities. And Pennsylvania is kind of like that too. Philly's definitely got a lot more per capita now, and Pittsburgh's starting to get like that too. But there's still a lot of haunts spread out through the state. Well, what's cool about what Chicago is Illinois, there's a few scattered without the state, but otherwise, majority of all the big pro haunts and even some really amazing home haunts are all gathered up there in the Chicago region. And I
Yeah.
love that you guys all work together. Like there's friendly competition, but I never hear hate. I never hear like any hate amongst other haunts, beefing with each other or anything like that. It is all, yeah, we family. Yeah, that's our competitor. They're cool and stuff. But like there's no beefing, no hate. And I absolutely love that you guys all come together for each other.
Yeah. I mean, most of us like are actually pretty close. It's all, I mean, obviously you're always gonna have like the people that just like to start drama and do that stuff. But the true like people that like, are put their heart and soul into it. Obviously, we're all like really chill and like hang out, even like sometimes outside of like the haunted house industry and stuff like that.
So how many haunts have you worked at, like that you can think of on top of your head? Because I know you're like me, you've traveled to many, not only just to see, but guest act, but like any of your top favorites that you have guest act or visited that you can think on top of your head, like your top three.
Yeah. So, worked at, I'm trying to think. I love working at Midnight Terror. They're like my second haunt family. So like I go there and it's just very fun. Justin's an awesome guy. So I love going there. And then I would say visiting wise, I mean, my best experience was Eloise. They had such a good show, the sets and everything like that. But so did Penhurst. Penhurst also was really good. I really liked going and walking through there. Very creepy because it was, I know it's like a vintage, like abandoned part. So it was like, oh. And then when the old Joliet Haunted Prison was around, I also very much loved acting there as well. It was very fun.
Yes, RIP to old Juliet Haunted Prison. We
I
will miss you
know.
guys, but things happen. Sometimes the great ones fall. Like Statesville was another really cool one. I was so glad I went there on their last Friday when they were open before they shut down. But I'm glad that the entire staff went over to Hell's Gate, so they're all still around and everybody's still killing it.
Yeah, and together.
So for future characters or even future makeup, what do you have like in mind that you really want to do in the future?
I mean, I know that I want to do like I want the Sinners movie or whatever. I really want to do some sort of like inspo of like where he's got like the teeth coming out of his face and whatnot. I kind of want to do
Ooh.
that. And I want to do more prosthetics because I didn't like doing them for the longest time because they're hard to make look blended, but I've been doing a lot more prosthetics, so I enjoy doing those. And I usually all mine come from Infected, so their stuff is really good.
Oh yeah. Jeff's been on the show before. Jeff and Caleb, especially, they make some incredible stuff. Their designs,
Mhm.
and they were telling me like a little bit of what they got working on in the future. And I'm like, man, just take my money.
Right?
Shut up and take my money. Now, here it goes. Here, make it rain. All of it. Just take it. Just take it and give me everything. I'm the same way
I
with
know he's
DreadWorks. I'm like, dude, just take my money. Just take it all.
yeah. I mean, Infected always has really good stuff.
I would tell you, Jeff is probably the leading for prosthetics company in the haunt industry because I knew about Infected forever, but never knew Jeff. I only knew Caleb through Face Off, and then I started seeing them obviously at the show, and they came on to the podcast before the first time they ever vendored. And I said, "You've never vendored? What do you mean you never been to Transworld before?" That's how I discovered your products was at Transworld. And he's like, "Yeah, everybody else buys from me, so they would obviously take all my products and advertise it there." And it was just so crazy to find out he's only been vending for the past couple years. And I'm like, that's insane. Yet
Yeah.
everybody knows your company. Everybody buys from you. Hollywood buys from you. That's
Yeah.
insane. But yeah, like, he had to work full time, and he's like, now that I got a little bit extra time, he's like, now I can actually like vend and do things. And yeah, he's got an incredible team with him, and I love that he had all the makeup stations working with. So yeah, you had RIP, you had Dreadworks, all coming together to make some really cool makeup. Before Graffiti merged with RIP FX, they started doing like all kinds of makeup for Infected, advertising for them, and just incredible pieces came out. And every year it just gets better.
Yeah, I like all the stuff that they always come out with every year, like especially at Transworld when they all do their makeup. So they all somehow line up, I feel, because I feel like they all secretly discuss about what they want to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's behind the scenes of like how are we going to execute that? And talking to Caleb, and he's like a lot of this stuff. So like props and some stuff, he's like, I made that in the hotel room the night before. 'Cause he's like, I know I would not have time on the show floor. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I understand that, especially when you're working with full body pieces or it's a big prop or just like the claws, those big arm pieces. I know those can take forever. Obviously, if it's full prosthetic, you're gonna put layers upon layers to get that color right. Fully understand,
Yeah.
fully justified. Sometimes it's okay to do stuff the night before because it's like you're not gonna have time to get it done. And because I mean, makeup can take hours and hours. It can take the entire almost day of the show floor, and then you got 1 hour to do a photo shoot.
Yeah. No,
And the
sometimes it
process
takes.
of taking it off, what are your thoughts when it comes to taking prosthetics off?
Well, I had a pretty bad experience with mine when I did that makeup demo or like my god, modeled for Alejo at EBA, and me and Alex did that like full chest one.
Mm,
Um well, for one, I hate taking it off of people. Um but for me, I hate that I had that whole situation on my chest because I ended up having like an allergic reaction on my
Ooh.
chest and my stomach. So that really sucked. But other than that, I just hate being sticky. It's very overstimulating for me. So I don't like touching anything sticky. So it sucked. But
Were you like me that used to put glue on her hands and we were okay with that stickiness, but anything else we're like, get this off?
I definitely tried it, but I wouldn't do that now. I do not. Yeah, I think I was just a kid being curious, but now if anything sticky gets on my hands, I'm instantly like, get it off. I want it off of me.
Get it off, get it off.
Yeah.
Carlson makeup, my my honey bunny girls.
Hi.
Do I want to know the story behind that honey bunny?
Oh, I don't know. We just call each other like names like that all over the internet all the time. So I don't think there's anything. I mean, that I know of that is behind Honey Bunny.
So what for this weekend with Massacre, what can everybody expect for Friday night?
I will have definitely a lot of a wide variety of characters. It's gonna be a pretty packed house inside. And then as well as afterwards, like while they're waiting, there's gonna be like I guess snacks and stuff. And then we're also having a bar, so there'll be drinks and stuff to buy. And yeah, I mean it's just a really good time. I think the show's gonna be phenomenal. We're gonna I think a lot of the kids are going to be excited and have a lot of energy because it's obviously been a really long time since they've been inside of there.
I would tell you, so I think in 22, I think the elevator was like one of the newest things that was there
Mhm.
at Massacre. And everybody was all hyped up for that. And they're like, oh my God, you guys see the elevator, which I mean, absolutely love the elevator. The actor that was in there that night did a fantastic job. But what blew me away was your subway scene. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's maybe because I never seen anything that was done like that. I mean, we walk in and we see that it's a subway, but just the whole, obviously the detail, how it moved, it felt like it was actually moving forward, like the actual subway train would. But your actor that was in there, full on monkey business, like climbing
Oh yeah.
off the raptors, hanging, doing flips, all kinds. And I'm like, there is no way in hell I could do
I couldn't either. I don't even know how they were doing it. I was like, how are
that.
you not tired?
I said my hips would cramp, my knees would cramp, and I'm not even old, okay? But just like, no. Like, I love
Yeah,
what you're doing, but at the same time, my jealousy's showing.
I know, right? I could never do that. I'd probably end up like eating shit in front of a group and being super, super embarrassed.
But that was awesome. We walked through, I love the asylum area too, as well. And I'm happy to hear that it's been updated, that there's more things in there now, and it's all brand new. Excited to see that. Any like future projects that you can review that are like within like the next 5 years that are like in the pre-planning?
Uh, Not necessarily. I know we're gonna try to add more escape rooms. So we're gonna be doing that. Because in total, with the new one we're currently making now, we'll have 10. So I think we're gonna make a couple more. Uh, and there's the we also Ryan, the owner, owns the whole strip. So we might be able in the future, possibly based on tenants, like if they move out or anything like that, we might add more escape rooms over there too. But mainly, I think the haunt wise, I'm gonna assume that it's pretty much like every area has been renovated pretty like recently in the past like 5 years. So I don't think we're gonna be doing much inside of the haunt. I think we'll be focusing on the midway. Because our midway is a little bit on the smaller side right now, but we want to make it obviously bigger and better and more loaded with cool stuff.
Heck yeah. So like adding games, obviously
Mhm.
concession stands, the bar, move that or
Yeah,
move part of it outside and stuff like that. Cause your midway is
yeah,
outside, correct?
yeah.
And that's the other challenge too. You got to fight the Chicago weather because here in the Midwest, we really don't get the true fall weather anymore like we had when we were growing up. It literally just goes from summer swamp butt to I'm freezing my butt off.
I know.
And
Yeah,
it
it's
sucks when
there's
you're
no in
outside
between.
because you're like, "Ugh." Yeah, when you're inside, it's fine. But when you're outside, you're like, this sucks. I'm not prepared for this.
Or if it rains, you're just gonna be
Mhm.
like a soggy towel the whole time. It
And
sucks.
again, two types of rain swamp butt humidity or
Yeah.
frozen solid.
Yeah. There's no in between, man. It just either sucks or sucks.
With the escape rooms, so you're moving up to 10, correct? Or do you currently have 10?
We currently have 9.
Okay. And then you're wanting to move up to 10 is the official goal for right now. What are all the different themes that you have for Mind Trap?
So we have a Pharaoh's Chamber, we have a Doctor Death, we have the Collector, we have a Storm Surge, we have Locked Up Supermax, we have What Happened in Vegas, we have our Vampires Escape Room, and then we have our Mafia Heist Room, and then our Jurassic Escape Room.
The Jurassic Escape Room, that looks really cool.
It's one
Obviously,
of
I
our
love
it's the newest one that we have.
I love dinosaurs. I was the Jurassic
Same.
Park fanic as a kid. Dragons and dinosaurs were my number one. I wore boys' clothes just because they had dinosaurs on them. And then my grandma would
Yeah.
complain. That's a girl. She should wear pink, should wear dresses. She's wearing a dinosaur t-shirt. And I'm like, because dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah, dinosaurs are cool. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I liked unicorns. I had Barbies, but if it was dinosaurs or dragons, I was all about that. Like, send me.
Right? Yeah. No, I like dinosaurs growing up too. So when we built that room, I was very obsessed because I love dinosaurs.
Fangirling out.
Mhm.
So I know you guys do both Christmas and Valentine's. So like what is besides redecorating the haunt for Christmas and Valentine's, when it comes to creating characters for those, what inspires you?
Um, I mean, actually, a lot of the characters that we do have, a lot of them are actually made by the kids or the people that work there. So a lot of them come up with really good ideas, and then they just, if they need help executing it, we help execute it. Or sometimes, like, if we find a really cool like Christmas costume at like Trans World or anything, we'll buy that. But most of the time, a lot of it, the creativity comes from the staff itself. So they all just come up with their own stuff and then they get it approved and then they obviously wear it.
Have you guys done others besides just Christmas and Valentine's?
We used to do an Easter one like way long ago, um, but not anymore. Just because it didn't really pull in a lot of people anymore. We still have a decent amount of Easter stuff still that we just harvest upstairs in case if we ever decide to do it again.
The holidays get hard. I noticed 4th of July is becoming a big one. So if you know, like Laurel's does their purge, which is kind of similar because it's around 4th of July. They do that. Hillside House of Hell does their big fireworks, which is all 4th of July themed. And then one that's here close by me, Terror on 66, they're now doing a 4th of July. So I noticed like more haunts are doing more and more holidays. Like I know the big ones are obviously Christmas and Valentine's, but I see people do St. Patty's, they do Easter, and then we have the classics like Blackout, and then like Glow Nights becoming a big thing too, where everything's like raved theme. And as a
Mhm.
millennial, I thank them for that.
Right? Yeah,
Bringing back
no,
my
they're pretty
rave
cool.
days. Alrighty, Carly, thank you so much for coming on to the show again. And girl, love you. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Can't wait to see
Yes,
Massacre in person. I'm so excited to see everything that you guys have done, see your crew. And
I'm
yeah,
excited. I'm excited to see you too. I haven't seen you in such a long time, so I'm sure you'll have it. I hope that I see you. I'll be outside from primarily most of it. So I'll be around. So hopefully I'll see you then.
I still have your little love note from the last time I was at Massacre that you left for me. It's right
Yeah,
over on my little post-it note. I was like, this is too cute. I'm
yeah.
keeping this.
I know I made little packs for you guys, so I was
I
like,
still
"Yay."
have everything. I still have all that stuff.
Oh, The Easter Haunted Massacre was a fun experience. I can't read for shit. Wow, I can't see. But yeah, no, the Easter one was fun. It was fun. But okay. I know Derek's waiting. Can't, make him wait too long. So
I know.
yeah, he'll be okay. But okay, I'm gonna go.
All right,
So
Carly. Kicking butt, girl.
I will. Bye.
All right, today's video, guys, thank you for tuning in. Today's video was sponsored by our sponsors, Woods of Terror. Woods of Terror in Greensboro, North Carolina. Woods of Terror is on the Legendary Tour this year in November. Tickets will be available soon. Tickets are available for regular season and off-season events. Check them out at woodsofterror.com. Also, check out Woods of Terror's booth at this year's MHC. All right, now joining us again for this evening is our good buddy, Derek. Derek, welcome back.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. I remember when you were our first guest ever on the podcast, and now you're back.
Full swing, I'm back.
I know, full swing. I am loving the shirt. I didn't go Halloweeny. I just went my typical red, but I love the shirt.
I came this close to wearing red sunglasses because I knew that you would be wearing them. I was just like, oh, I need to get them. And I dug through my car because I knew that they were never found them. So I'm going to have to come back and wear red sunglasses on your show again.
Yes. You know what? Just do it this weekend. Just wear red sunglasses on the show floor and follow me around with the microphone. It'll be great.
Hey, that works. I'm down.
Oh my gosh. So I see something familiar there in the background hanging up.
Maybe.
Oh my God. So yes, Derek, welcome back. And I was just talking with Carly with Transworld, East Coast, now MHC, and then I got Texas in 7 weeks. It's insane. These shows back to back to back to back. And the year is already half over. It's already going to be June tomorrow. In just a few hours, it will be June. It will be halfway through 2026. That's crazy.
It is. And even just seeing how all these trade shows, conventions, whatever we want to call everything, anything that Transworld's basically produced, I've been to, and it just seems like it just kept rolling into everything. And here we are. MHC is literally a sneeze away. I
literally just saw you last month in Philly, and then a month before that here in St. Louis, and now I'm gonna see you again.
Now you're on my turf.
I know, I'm on your turf. Damn. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Nah, it's fine.
It's okay. I got pull. Oh, Derek, I know you have been busy for the past couple of years, and just so much, just the growth and seeing everything that you've been pulling out, because you've been stepping up your game with both makeup and also the management side of things. It's crazy because we've known each other for quite a while. The first time when you came and guest acted at The Darkness. So
there it is.
Oh
I made sure I included this photo when I sent it, because I was just
oh, don't worry, I already had this photo archived. It was coming on no matter if you sent it to me or not. You did send me though a better one. This one's definitely better quality. That's why I always say please send photos through email, because Facebook likes to trash stuff. I swear.
I attempted to actually email them over, and it was these are too big, and I was like, so Google Drive came in very handy.
Yes, Google Drive is very handy when it comes to sending photos and videos, because otherwise, if it's too big, it plays a game of I can't do nothing for you, and then the AI yells at you.
Right.
And then you're
and then also in this photo is probably the most famous haunted house actor in the world.
Our good old Scary
Gary. And then fun fact, okay? So the girl that's on my side.
Yes.
That's my friend Katie. She now works at Hell's Gate.
Yes.
And she's usually, I'm not saying normally, but usually she plays a particular motherly role at Hell's Gate, we'll say. I don't want to say it just straight out because I feel like John will just come to my house and kill me for revealing information or something.
The funny thing about it is, Derek, when it comes to John, we would probably just let him do it. Be like, it's an honor, sir. It's an
you.
honor, sir. I just noticed my microphone's been like down here the whole time. I hope everyone can hear me. I literally just noticed, oh, it's been down here the whole time. I've been over here talking and it's been down here the whole time. I hope everybody could hear me. No one's complained yet. But yeah, the comments are blowing up. Scary Gary, yes.
The legend.
He is a legend. Gary and I have known each other for a long time, and oh god, well, it used to be a big group of us, and I remember because you started joining into that group, and it was a big group of us that used to go around and cause shenanigans all through St. Louis. And then when MHC was over in Columbus, we would call it our little shenanigans over at the Columbus. Like, I can't tell you how many times we almost got kicked out of the Red Roof Inn for being obnoxious. I started up the chainsaw twice one night.
So much trouble in Columbus. Like I don't understand. Like we came. I feel like there was more issues in Columbus, and I'm not hitting on. I'm not saying anything bad about Columbus or anything like that. But it just seems like all like the crazy like haunter weird stuff that was happening was all happening at that MHC. And now, like the new MHC, I feel is like not.
We've calmed down. We've calmed down. We got old.
I think Transworld, when they just acquired it, they were just like, you know what? We're not going to be like ratchet hunters anymore.
No.
We're going to be like a little less than ratchet.
Ratchet is the word.
But it was great. I loved Columbus. That was a fantastic. I love Midwest over there. I love it here.
Cops were never called. No one got arrested. No one died in Columbus. It was just like you said, people were just ratchet. But I think a lot of this, we were a lot younger. Transworld was not behind it. So the rules were not as strict as it used to be. But I'm like, when you think about the old Transworld, so I'm talking about in the 90s and 2000s, the stories I heard, and then even the stuff that I experienced myself. No, we used to be ratchet back in those days. Let me tell you, fireworks being shot off in a hotel room. We go into the strip club across the street, bringing the strippers back with us.
I remember, this was back before like sliders were like really a big sliding thing. Like their ego didn't get that big yet. I can't slide. I don't attempt to slide. My knees tell me no. But I remember going to a hangout where there were like a handful of sliders, like just from like random bits of haunts like across the country. Yeah. It wasn't like there's 10 sliders from this haunt. There's 10 from this haunt.
Yeah, no.
It was like a sprinkle
and
here.
They were all scattered too. Like they weren't from the same region, and a lot of them were haunts I never heard of, or they were haunts I heard, but they're real small. It wasn't the big name pros, the names that everybody knows and recognizes. No, these were people from small little country out in the middle of bumfucked Egypt.
And they're like, let's go into a sketchy ass alley in downtown St. Louis and practice sliding.
No, the best is when they would do it on Washington.
And I'm just like, okay, sure, I'll tag along. And like somewhere deep in my phone probably is a video of the stupid sliding things that they would do. But like, I don't know. I'm not shitting on sliders at all. I just can't do it. So it's my.
I've said this before, chainsaws, sliding, it is getting overvamped, overhyped, and it's starting to get annoying. And this comes from someone who is a chainsaw runner and a slider. I do both. But I feel like it's getting overvamped. Same with the train horns. They're starting to get annoying because everybody's got them. Everybody's doing it.
Oh, but, you mean or what Alan calls the boo blasters?
Yeah, boo blast.
I love the term boo blaster so much for these things.
Especially Alan, because Alan is straight-faced dad voice when he says it.
Yeah.
So you can't help but laugh.
I'm just like, this is great. Like, if he said it, it's the term. Like, that's what we're going with.
It's a boo blaster. For me, it's those, and I finally found one on Amazon because I couldn't find it for the longest time. They're those long, cheap plastic horns. They're like this long. They're like the trumpet, but it's made out of cheap plastic. It literally just goes burnt, just a deep burnt noise. It's and it can be loud. If you're loud, it can be loud, but it's just a burnt. That used to be the best and most funniest thing to have out at the haunt. Out at Creepy World, that thing got every single customer. It got even a couple of our maintenance guys. It was just the most goofiest, most obnoxious horn because this is before the train horns really got popular.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like our only like horn, and we only had two of them. And at first we put them all through Clown House. Well, my one actor, he became an icon. Well, now he's everywhere at the haunt. He's fully roaming the haunt, and he got every single customer got scared. And I'm like, it's so stupid, it's simple, but it's genius.
I have so real quick. I want to tag on that real quick. I had when I was managing Massacre, I had a friend who technically he didn't work for me. Period. We'll just say that. But he was a haunter. Like he worked at a different haunted house that I worked with him with, and he messaged me and was like, "Hey, I'm free tonight. Can I come be spooky?" And I was just like, "Sure, no problem." This dude creates his own costumes. Like he made some real terrifying shit, right? Like it's so creepy, and like he knew how to use his body perfectly. Like he just was. It was such a seasoned haunter that wasn't like a seasoned haunter. Like it was just perfect, right? I was just like, just go into the haunt. I told nobody. Not one actor knew that there was this person coming in, and he came in after the haunt was open. So we brought him upstairs, like he blacked out his eyes, threw on his mask and his costume, and I said, "You have free range of the entire place. Go after my staff too." And he did. And I was getting reports that there was like shadow figures running around the place and terrifying the shit out of people. It wasn't customers, it was the staff. And I was just like, oh no.
Oh, I'll look into that.
That's terrible. Yeah, and then the owner, Ryan, was just like, what's this report? Why do I keep hearing reports about some weird person running around? I was like, don't worry about it. Like, he's fine. He's my friend. He goes, oh, we'll pay him double. Like,
yes.
It was great. And like at the end of the night, like I introduced, I was just like, this is the one that was terrifying everyone. And like they're all like, ah. It was great.
When we would switch actors from Creepy World to Darkness on random nights, especially during season when, let's say, Creepy World got rained out, or the night our airman went out, and well, the airman powers the entire park. It went out, so we can't run. So we shipped everybody over to Creepy World, or over to Darkness. And Darkness people had no idea how we worked it at Creepy World back in the day, because it's all outdoor, it's wide spacing. Actors have to do more than what they normally would at Darkness with the smaller space. So my actors go full on hardcore. The calls I was hearing over the radios of like, hey, who is this guy? Oh my God, this guy's awesome. Or it's like, okay, this is just a little too freaky. I think we need to move him somewhere else. I love that. I love hearing that.
I was always more of a Creepy World fan than a Darkness fan. Like, I love Darkness, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a beautiful haunt. Like, Larry dumps way too much money into that thing for St. Louis.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
He's even said it too, which is the funniest thing ever. He's like, I don't do this for the public. It's not for the people. It's for the haunt industry. I'm like,
it's for me.
I'm like, I really hope the mayor of St. Louis just heard that. But anyway.
Well, we don't care about her.
I don't think anyone really does. Look at that city. No. But no, like creepy. When I went to Creepy World with Carly for the first time.
I think I remember this video. I heard her name like 1,000 times.
Yeah, Bailey was. I think Bailey was. Yeah, Bailey was there. Connor was still there.
Yep.
Then there's a sprinkle of a bunch of other kids in there too. I don't know. There's some the one kid, Austin. I don't know. He kept commenting on all my stuff. That's the only reason I know who he is. But yeah, going to the Creepy World. Creepy World is such a cool show, and like, I'm not because I haven't seen it in a handful of years, but like, I'm pretty sure it's still a cool show. Like, that's, I don't know, like, that's Larry's better haunt out of the three that he has.
I will tell you, yes, Darkness is our show house. That's where we put all the expensive stuff in. But when it comes to actors, it is Creepy World. But it's because they got to work outside in the elements.
Yeah.
And they got a lot bigger space. Actors learn very quickly of what they can do. They got to improvise. When I was the actor, manager, and trainer out there, I did not do scripted stuff. I said, we don't have time to do scripts. I have my little black book of lines you can use just to get you started till you get your feet wet and you figure it out yourself. But actors had to improvise. They had to use big, wide spaces. So they learned very quickly of what they can do and what they can't do. Darkness, depending on where you're at in the haunt itself, you're kind of limited. It usually takes years to develop what Creepy Old actors will do within a weekend. It's insane. And during season, I will tell you, yeah, Creepy World is Larry's baby. It wasn't years ago, back when I first started, it was Jim's baby. But once Jim was no longer in the picture, then Larry would actually put all of his time and effort into Creepy World. It's just because it's outdoor and it's not open during the off-season events, Darkness gets the nice brand new stuff most of the time. But no, Creepy World gets a lot of love and attention from the company itself. And not only that, Creepy World's massive. It's 5 acres. You got a hayride. You got multiple sections of haunts that are big. Like, it's not a couple scenes. It's a whole section that's themed out to one specific theme into another. And over the years, it got better with blending in. So it's not just, oh, one moment we're in an asylum scene, the next we're on the hayride, the next we're in Krampus. No, it kind of flowed a little bit better over time. Not every section, but most sections did, where they flowed in together really well, even though they were completely separate themes.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, like Black Maze at Creepy World, top notch. Let me tell you, the stuff that I did in there is criminalized now. Walking up to somebody with a flashlight, blasting the light in their face and screaming. I couldn't do that nowadays. I would get in trouble.
I feel you would just get smacked now.
Right.
Like,
I would get, I get so many complaints. I get smacked. Back then, people had the sense of humor where they thought that was the greatest thing ever. It was only me and maybe 2 other section leads that actually did that. Otherwise, other actors, we kind of told them, don't do what we do.
Yeah.
That will get you hit. I actually never got hit doing that. I got hit by someone just running into me.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I would do in haunt character where I would just like, don't fully learn from me while watching me perform. Like, I'll teach you, but don't learn from watching me, because there's things that I do that I know that I can have full control of, and I know how to read people, where if I put Joe Schmo, brand new haunt actor, and they're like, I'm going to do exactly what he did, and like, no. Like,
don't do that.
Please don't. You're gonna do it to the wrong person, and then I have to deal with that. I don't want.
Right. Don't do that. So, Derek, what got you started in the industry?
Ooh, this is back in 2005. I worked at a Halloween store. It was a local. It wasn't a Spirit. It was Halloween USA.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, and then they got bought out by
some memories, buddy.
They got bought out by Party City, and now Party City's gone. Whatever. But
rip.
I was working at Halloween USA, and the local haunted house, Realm Terror, in Round Lake Beach, Illinois. They pulled up in their hearse to the front of the store, and the management walked out, and they were just walking around the store. They ended up giving us free tickets, and I ended up talking to one of them And he's like, yeah, we gave you guys some free tickets. Come on out and see the show. And I was just like, oh, cool. And I ended up like that next weekend, me and two friends went to Realm of Terror and walked through. We had to carry one of my friends out because she passed out when we got to the clown room. And I met that manager at the end that was in the store. He goes, how'd you like it? And the first words that came out of my mouth was, how do I do this? And he said, show up Sunday. And I was just like, what time? And he told me 5 o'clock, and I did. And then I volunteered for that whole season. And then I went to another haunt after that down the street. I was there for a couple years, called Extreme Hauntings. They're gone. Unfortunately, they closed in 2008 with the whole depression, recession, whatever the country was in at that time.
Right.
And I don't know.
We're on a new one every 5 years, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, 2008, the housing crash. Sure,
Yeah.
there we go. But the skeleton behind you is going to touch you. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so I worked. They closed down in 2008, and I ended up working for Dream Reapers in Chicago for a handful of years.
Blast of the Past, right there, that name.
Yeah, and that's where I met some of the amazing people that I'm still friends with today.
Yeah, that are still here. Like that, I swear that was the haunt that produced so many icons that are still doing this today. Everyone that I talked to in the Chicago region, all of them were at Dream Reapers at one point or the other. And it's like, that's crazy that haunt produced so many iconic legends now.
And we kind of spread out, and a lot of us did our own thing. Like Andy Martingello, I'm still like amazing haunter, amazing friend. Like,
we love you, Andy.
Love Andy. But yeah, like I did a lot of stuff there. That was the haunt that really like it really helped me develop exactly like who I am in the industry, and kind of figuring out like am I gonna go into the makeup? Am I gonna go into costuming? And like kind of like I was very fortunate. I was on the makeup team at Dream Reapers, and I made my own costume, and like they taught me like techniques and all that stuff. Super grateful for them. And then sadly that closed. After that, I was with Massacre, and that show was a hoot. I love Massacre. I still do to this day. And we created some amazing sets, fantastic shows. People were loving it. We've got amazing awards in that show. And I even married someone in that haunt.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm officiated. I can do weddings. Hi,
Hell yeah.
But
haunt weddings hit, man. Let me tell you, we had a couple weddings at Darkness over the years, and Larry started this back in the 2000s where he had a chapel set up to where if you wanted to get married, go ahead. I think it was one of his friends that originally had the idea. And then, obviously Larry's like, oh, I'll make this public and make some money off of it. But we've had a couple actors get married at the Darkness, and those are some of the best weddings I've ever been to. I mean, not only because it's all of us haunters, but it's like the haunted house. It just makes it, it's like get married in your home. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. Everybody's just humble, but yet scary, bloody stuff all around you.
It's really touching when, it's the haunt actors that want to be married in the place that they're haunting. Like, yeah. And it was really cool because also I had friends from out of town who were there for Halloween weekend, and they were guest acting with us. And I ended up wrangling them in to help with the wedding.
Heck yeah.
So that was cool. But yeah, we did a wedding. That's where I met Carly. Carly joined us. That was really cool. Came as a little humble little actress. And she grew into, what she is now, and I'm incredibly proud of her, like, for where she's gotten herself, like, amazing.
We love you, Carly.
We love Carly. And then in 2021. No. Yes, 2021. I was approached by 13th Floor and had a management opportunity to open the old Joliet Haunted Prison. And I said, "You had me at abandoned and prison." And that leaving Massacre was probably one of the hardest things I ever had to do. And I went to the prison and started doing a lot of stuff there. And the entire team at Joliet was amazing. Every single person that was involved over the handful of years that it was open, really, like, they gave all their heart. They gave everything into that show. And I'm incredibly proud of the people who came and did not just scare acting, but everything, from like the event staff to the parking attendants to, makeup artists, actors, the management staff. Like, they all did amazing things. And we were very fortunate that Midwest Haunters Convention honored us with wanting us to open for Midwest Haunters Convention.
Yep.
For the Friday night tour, and we hosted the party for it, and that was amazing.
It was
getting to have all these people come out and see the thing that I had a hand in helping create. I know all the staff was very excited to have everybody out. And the staff, like the customers, were loving it. Even I'm a huge fan of Brian Dembski.
We love Brian.
I fanboy over that man. He's probably going to be like, well, now I hate that guy. But no, his work is amazing.
His booth blows me away every year with just the ideas. I'm like, this looks like you pulled it out of my nightmare. How did you know this is something that I would love, Brian?
Amazing work. I'm slowly, because I'm now a homeowner. So I'm
filling your house up with haunt shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm in my kitchen right now. He's normally here. Like, I did not stage this. Like, slowly I'm transforming my house into like a really half dark Gothic era vintage Halloween mix. It's gonna be a weird thing, but it's for me.
I love the vintage Halloween though. I love the vintage Halloween because, number one, nostalgia, because that's what I grew up with as a millennial, was all the cartoony but still scary old school vintage stuff. Absolutely love that stuff. Granted, I love the bloody and gory and the terrifying more than anything, but I do love the old vintage stuff. That's kind of how I do my house for Halloween, because I don't have time to do crazy haunt stuff like people think I do. I'm like, no, my house is actually a lot more decorated for Christmas because I have the time to do it. But I'm really big on collecting like all the old retro stuff. Like, me and Bryce were fighting over a piece that we both saw on Facebook Marketplace one time. And it's one of those old plastic, it's not vacuum. Is it vacuum foam? No. One of those old school like lights. They light up. It was only about this big, but it's full plastic. I think it's like plastic blown. I'm trying to explain like what it
Was it blow
is.
mold?
It might have been a blow mold. Yes, might have been a blow mold.
Okay.
But it's one of those just old lights. We used to have a ton of them. I got a few for Christmas, but this is one I
When
was
you
like,
put the light bulb in its back, right?
yeah, you put the
Yeah.
light bulb in the back and the whole thing lights up. And it's usually like a ghost, a pumpkin, a black cat, a witch, very cartoony looking. But yeah, me and Bryce were literally on a betting war on Facebook Marketplace one time for that. He wound up winning because he's got deeper pockets than me. I'm like, you bastard. I'm just gonna come rob your house. Every time he posts like photos of like his pad, I'm like, dude, you are asking to
Right?
get robbed.
Exactly.
I want your couch so bad.
But
Love
yeah,
it.
Joliet was that was such a unique experience. For those who are watching that don't know, unfortunately, the old Joliet Haunted Prison's final season was last year, was 2025.
R.I.P.
Yes. The lease was not renewed, not on 13th floor decision. So we were doing fantastic. People were loving the show. We were drawing the crowds. It was a successful show. And it's very sad to see it go. But things happen. And we have to, move on and just keep doing what we're doing. But I love every single person that was part of that show. Once again, they did amazing work. The team with 13th floor, amazing. Like we pulled off some, I can't even like describe it, like on how like well everything worked and like how the show just worked. Like it moved, it grooved, it like it was, everyone was so passionate about it and so excited for it. And it showed, like even when we opened for Midwest, even in the 15 actors we had in the first year, 15 in that entire place. That was that hiring year where no one wanted to work, but people were looking for jobs, and there weren't jobs, but there's jobs. I'm like, I don't know. I was like,
first year's always rough for any business in general, not just haunting. But as haunters, we know the first year that a haunted attraction is taking off, it's going to be rough because you got to test your waters. You got to see what's work, what doesn't work. You can have 30 years experience doing this, and your first year of the haunt, things are going to happen. Mistakes are going to be made, short-staffed, all of those wonderful things that we want to avoid. But what's great is when you guys come out at the end, perfect. You did it. You survived the first year. You guys are good for another year. You won. You won the Kentucky Derby.
We did it. We I think it was 4 seasons, 4 full years that we were in operation. And every year it just got better and better and better on multiple levels. Like we were adding more attractions, we were adding more staff, we were like, it was crazy on like the amount of stuff that we were doing there. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Like it's sad to see it go. I know I have a hunkering feeling there's going to be a handful of people migrating down the street to Hell's Gate.
Yep.
And I say, please go down. They're great people. The Zombie Army does really good stuff, and I know they'll take care of my kids. So Please, John, open arms, right? But no, I know. I believe that there's going to be like a handful of people that are probably going to go there, just on the vibe that was given off, and then probably I would say a handful or so are probably going to go over to this our sister show in 13th floor Chicago.
Yeah.
So I know there was a handful that went over there for the Blackout event. That just was yesterday. Oh, but yeah, I stepped away. I am doing kind of my own thing right now. And I officially haven't fully said it, but Sammy, you get the honor of me officially saying it. I will be returning to Realm of Terror for this Halloween season, going back home to where it all started. And then also a little surprise, if you followed my TikTok at all,
Oh, you know I do.
oh, I know. I will be at Massacre for the Friday night tour for Midwest Haunters Convention. I am bringing out PT Clown again. This guy, main reason he's hanging up right there. But yeah, I'm dusting him off and getting back in the saddle for that. I'm excited. I'm also a little nervous. I haven't done him in a long time. Or I haven't scratched that. I haven't done normal PT Clown in years. Like with this coat. Like I haven't done like the normal one,
Yeah.
like with my red hat and all that. I've had my prison version. I've had a hobo version. But yeah, I'm hopping back in, and I have pieces actually still showing up. Like my phone went off a minute ago from Amazon letting me know that
Package delivered.
was it? Yeah, it's on my porch.
I dropped the mouse, so I do apologize, everyone. I dropped the mouse, and that's why I kept looking down. So I was like, maybe I could reach it with my foot. No, I'm in a 30-inch chair. There's no way. I'm not that tall. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. So then I'm like, I don't want to be rude, but I got to get this mouse. I can't control anything without it.
But yeah, so I have new pieces showing up for the costume. I have to recreate. Yeah, I'm really excited. He may be a little clean for this show, but maybe. I don't know. It's very possible the last minute I'm just gonna throw like a bunch of brown slime all over me, like how I used to do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's also gonna be hot.
That's what sucks about MHC is because it's right in June and it just starts to get hot. And for us here, Midwesters, we just have no time to prepare with our weather. We think because we grew up with it and we live in it every day that we get used to it. No, we don't. And right now it's swamp ass season. So it's like, ew, we got the humidity from spring. And then now we got the summer hot. And we're like,
and this thing is a modified women's winter coat.
Oh, it's definitely hot because women, we get cold very easily.
And like, I had the liner changed out, because I was destroying that thing. It was altered in the back because like I'm a little bit more broader shouldered. That was not meant for that. That was meant for a smaller build person. And I fit in that like the first couple years that I was in that. And then like I grew up and wider. And I said it's fine. But I was like, I need to get that fixed. And I ended up getting she's one of the managers over at Massacre right now. Mary Kate. Her she's made costumes before in the past. And she's like, I can alter this for you so it fits. And I was just like, oh, cool. This was years ago. And
Yeah.
so she was like, we'll replace the liner at the same time. So the liner, it's hard to tell in here. I can't take it off, otherwise it's going to fall.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's Haunted Mansion wallpaper, but red.
Now, where'd you find that?
We
I need names, man.
can't remember. It's one of those like create your own fabric websites. Like it's printed on it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. If I ever find it, I'll send you the link. But it was originally like we found like the purple Haunted Mansion wallpaper
Yeah.
design, and I was just like, I want that, but red. And she was like, okay, cool. And so like she figured it out on how to like modify it and make it red. So if you see me at the tour and I'm wearing that coat, if you want to see the inside of my coat, let me know and I'll flash you.
Oh no, I get full on flash. I want everything.
150% wool. You are correct. It is an oven in that thing. It's so stupid. I don't know why I wear these things. It's great in October, like the end of October.
Yes.
The coat is fantastic. Like it's open in the front, so it like breathes.
Yeah, you can breathe.
I can get like the coolness, and then like my back is warm. But
like me and Carly just said that, like in the Midwest, Chicago and St. Louis, especially because we're so further up north, we don't get a true fall like we grew up having. You know, I remember fall where it was the perfect weather. We might get one day of that. Otherwise, no, you go from swamp ass to icicle ass.
Yeah.
We don't get the nice in between. You go from sweating your butt off to freezing your butt off day and night. And it's terrible because you're like, I can't prepare for this as an actor. You make these awesome, wonderful costumes, and then you're like, can I really wear this, or am I going to die from dehydration or from frostbite? Pick your poison.
I have a little bit of a bonus. And it's if you are coming on the tour on Friday.
On dramatic.
I'm calling these vintage because it's now, for me, it's vintage. It's been about 5 years, roughly, since I was at Massacre, as you know, this guy. And for some people who don't know, I was on everything.
You were.
All the billboards, all the posters, anything that was involving Massacre, my face was probably on it. I just knew when to show up for photo shoots. And I knew what the owner wanted in like face. So like I always just served face. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, I was given stickers a long time ago, like a big box of stickers to hand out to customers at the haunt, long time ago. And when I left, I found a stash of them that I had, and I threw them into my costume box, and they sat there ever since. I opened it to get the costume ready, to test everything out, and I found my clown cartoon stickers with Massacre Haunted House. These do not exist anymore. I will have these in my pocket. I will be handing them out at the tour at Massacre. It is the only place that you can get them.
I will be pushing everybody out of the way just to get one.
Dude, you got them.
You're literally gonna see people get off the bus and then like bodies flying, like like a line of people are coming up. Here comes the crowd from the bus, and you just see
It's
me
gonna be
pushing
like
everybody out of the
literally
way.
right?
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
And I'll be nice. I won't unpeel it and stick it onto you. So then you can keep it and you can put it on whatever you want. That's my bonus.
I'm gonna put that. You know what? I'm gonna put that on the haunt picture. The one I bring every year for transfer that we fill with alcohol.
Yeah,
I think that's fitting.
that's fair. I'm on my friend Michelle Morgore. I'm on her grinder,
Yes.
her weed grinder.
Yes.
It's a perfect circle. So she like it
Yeah.
doesn't say massacre on it, but it's just my face right there on her grinder.
On the grinder,
Like,
absolutely.
she'll randomly send me pictures and she'll be like, I miss you. And I'm like, oh, I miss you too.
I am so excited for this one because you see a lot of people who haven't guest acted in a while coming back and being back at Massacre. The first time I went, I was blown away with Massacre. And that was kind of we didn't get to do it for the MHC tour that year because we were working at Basement of the Dead. We did get time to go over to Evil Intentions and hang out with them crew, but we did miss the whole Massacre part of the tour. But we went that following season. And the hype was there. And we were one of the first groups through, but it blew me away. I was like, Carly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is amazing. And this is when you've already gone over to Juliet by this time. But again, your face was still on everything. I'm like, Derek is still here though.
Dude, I'm gonna play the game of where am I? Because
where
I'm pretty sure I'm still in certain spots. I know that there's a banner. The last time I was there, I got a sneak peek of what the new area is.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. It's really freaking cool. Like the new area that they're building. Like, if you don't follow the Massacre page, I'm not saying what it is, but if you don't follow the Massacre page, you should. They ripped out the entire 3D haunted house. 3D is gone. The clown house is gone. Which is crazy because that was my fun when I didn't want to be in the line section. I would just go hide in there because I made
that
sense.
part when I was done being in the line and talking to people.
And I was like, I don't want to deal with
feel
you
that.
anymore.
That's
And
me.
like I just go hang out there for a little bit. But no, so the clown house is gone. Find the Tater. Oh, I remember that game.
So now we're like,
You can
find
still try to find
PT.
Tater. He's still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be like find the clown, find PT somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. That new area, like
I know. Exciting.
They're
It's so
gonna pull
exciting.
it off, and it's gonna be amazing. Like, I'm
so excited. I mean, I'm excited. We got Basement of the Dead also joining us on Friday too. That's the first stop, and then we go to Massacre afterwards. But it's just so great actually to be back at both of those haunts. I went to both of them in 22, so it'd be good to go back to some old haunts I haven't been to for a while. But yeah,
perfect. That's a perfect night because like it literally is 5 minutes away from each other.
Yes.
Like,
that's what we were able to pull off Massacre when we went that year because we already planned on stopping by and seeing Jarvis and the crew over at Basement of the Dead, and then we were going to go over to Evil Intentions. We were not planning on throwing in a third house on a Friday night.
Right.
We were not planning on doing that. We're like, these two haunts, we'll make it happen. But then Carly reached out to us and she's like, I heard you're going to be in town. You need to come by Massacre. And we're like, well, thank God you're like 5 minutes from Basement.
Yeah.
Thank God you're close, because that was the only way we were able to pull that off, that they were so close, because Basement and EI were not close together. So that was.
I used to live between them.
Really?
Yeah. So like I lived in Aurora, and I was I could do one full song in my car going both ways. and I would make it
Dang.
to
So
one
that
of
song
them.
had to been a banger.
Yeah.
That
But
song
yeah,
had to get you pumped.
yeah, I was only like 3 to 4 minutes away from each haunt.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was actually kind of cool. It's like people would ask us, there's like at the end, they're just like, is there any more like in the area or something like that? We're like, oh yeah, in Aurora, there's Basement of the Dead down the street.
Yep.
So yeah, that was fun.
Basement's got a really cool spot being on the river like that.
Yeah. I love their like their location. Especially like Massacre has it too, but like there's a bar right there. Like
Yeah. An actual bar.
right. Legitly like right there. And like afterwards you can just go upstairs and just go to a bar. Like it's great.
Yeah.
Look at me sounding like an
And
alcoholic.
then the casino is right there too.
Actually, I think no, not
The
anymore.
casino's gone? Oh.
Hollywood pulled out of downtown Aurora.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole other story.
So I don't know if it was nationwide or whatever, but I know at least in Illinois, the law
Ours here in
about
St. Louis is still here.
the law about casinos changed, and casinos can now be built on land, where casinos like Native American casinos had to be built on water.
Yeah.
Like that's why all the riverboats and all that like kind of stuff was existing. Recently the law changed and they can now build on land. So
I have
they
to look into that.
Yeah,
because now that I think about it, every casino except for Vegas and Reno, because they're out in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every casino that I can think of in the Midwest and South, they're always near water. Yep. Either a man-made canal river, such as up there in Aurora, or even like say San Antonio, the Riverwalk, or an actual real river like they are here in St. Louis. So even out where I'm at, the casinos sit right on the Missouri River, yep. or they sit off the Mississippi. So actually, no, I think you might be right. I need to research that. Because yeah, the only ones I can think of is Reno and Vegas, but they're the desert. There ain't no water. The water comes through a pipe.
Exactly. But yeah, they built brand new. I know the Joliet one is moving. They're not open yet, but I believe the one in Aurora is now open. And they built a giant casino and hotel property.
Crazy.
So yeah, they did some crazy stuff. I worked at the casino that was in downtown Aurora at one point. So I knew I had a feeling, like this was like a long time ago, but like I had a feeling that eventually that was going to come. Like I was like, I think eventually they're going to remodel and like do a new one, because it was old and really
falling apart. You got to keep up with the times. Renovations is key.
Yeah,
that goes for haunted houses too. You got to renovate. We can't all be cool like Kim that, keeps the old retro stuff still running. Like that was this nostalgia overload at Kim's Crypt this past East Coast.
Did not want to leave at all. No. I wanted to, I wish I wasn't on a bus. Like if we didn't have to wait for that, like to be on time with that bus, like, and we could have spent like another hour or so there, I would have been in heaven. That place was awesome. I loved it.
I would say it was one of my favorite places to visit that entire weekend. Shocktoberfest, I mean, was fun. It just sucked with the rain, but I'm happy that they pulled together what they did. The catering was amazing. The food was phenomenal. The drinks were good.
Amazing. And how many different stations there were?
That's
great. They were carving the meats, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then like
one bite, and you're like,
line? Oh. And I get in that line, and they're like, this is a mashed potato bar. And I was like, what?
Mashed potato bar.
And then I get to the like end of that, and I was like, what's that line? And then it's just like meat sticks and cheese. Like, and I was like, what is happening? Like, Who
They went
catered
all
this?
out.
It's
They went all
amazing.
out. Their drinks were phenomenal too. Shout out to the bartenders. Because normally when we go
Oh,
to
yeah.
like events like that, it's either the classic drinks that you normally get at any bar, or the drinks are too strong or not strong enough. No, they were mint. Perfect. Shout
I
out.
want to shout out to that actor at Shocktoberfest. That's one zombie that was roaming around in the tent. Did you see him?
Yes.
Okay. So I was hanging out with some people over at a table off in the corner, and he comes over to us and we make the joke that he looks like our waiter. And like we told him, we're just like, okay, are you our waiter? And like he did like some weird zombie noise or whatever. And we're just like, okay, so I want like a margarita, something like this. And I was like, what do you want? And like Caitlin from Froggies was next to me, and she's just like, oh, I'll take it like a blah 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 or something like that, right? And like he looks down at his hand that he's like pretending to write stuff down, and he goes, oh, and like disappears. And we were just like, that'd be funny if he actually comes back with it. It turns out he was underage.
Oh,
but he came back with 2 Sprites.
I love it.
And he hands them over. We're just like,
he knew the assignment though. Like
I was like, this dude,
he worked with
100%.
it.
He went full blown. Like he went all the way over, got drinks, and brought them back. 10 points for this guy.
Yeah.
Like
he
like,
understood the assignment and improv'd it.
That was my favorite thing about that entire tour. Period. Was that one actor. Because I was just like, look at him being a zombie. And then he like hammed that up so much.
Yes.
I was blown away. I loved it.
Oh God. Transworld, and then a month later, East Coast. Now a month after that, MHC, and then I got 7 weeks till Texas Honors. Oh, and then my con season's done for the year, dude. My entire haunt season is completely jam-packed this year, but it's crazy how fast everything moved this year.
Yeah.
So, Derek, what do you want to see from this year's MHC?
Ooh, okay. I'm really excited for the learning lab. I'm like, when I say all this stuff, I'm not looking at it as like just particular for me. I'm just saying for like the general public that's going to be showing up.
Yes.
Like the learning lab, I think it's such a cool idea. I was able to sit down in a couple of them over at East Coast. And it was a cool way to get people like interested into some topics. Not necessarily a full-blown class. Like the example was I sat through the Bloody Mary bruise wheel thing that was hosted by Rebecca from His and Herses. And it was like, yeah, it was cool. We all got a bruise wheel that we can get to take home and all of that. But like they just sit there and they're like, okay, well, now we're gonna try like adding on like a little bit of red and a little bit of this color and a little that color, and they're like, oh, spread it out a little bit. So it's like a little intro into kind of what that particular topic is. And then that, like, if that goes well, then maybe, you know, in the future they want to do one of the like full paid classes, like the seminars and all that. Or they like, who knows, like that makeup one could have inspired someone to do special effects makeup. And they were just like, oh, this is cool. I kind of like this. I want to learn more about it. And then that's also going to like, it's going to help also, I feel, push the other vendors, to participate in the learning lab. So then they can kind of like demonstrate some of their stuff, like how Bobby did from Bloody Mary, was like, you're introducing people to your product, basically.
Yes.
And I think that'd be really cool for other vendors to do as well, in many different categories and topics and all that. So I'm excited for that. I'm always excited for the costume party.
Yes.
I always love seeing what people come up with and create. I used to always compete in those competitions back in the day, especially when it was in Columbus. I would always try to bring my A game. I'm at that point now. I'm just like, I'm going to show up with something on and hope for the best.
I will be dressed up too on Saturday. Am I going to compete? That is something I've heard had a lot of people talk to me about, because I won best costume my first time ever competing at MHC, and I turn around and win best costume in 24.
I think you should just go as like a contestant winner. Like go like kind of like Vanna White style, where you wear like a long black dress with like a slit up the side or something like that. We get you like a crown and a sash, and it just says like all the shit that you've won, and then we can like full blown carry you, where we dump a bucket of blood over your head, so then you feel
Stop it, because I have that dress that I wore at Transworld, remember?
Yeah, do that.
And I do have a crown. Like, stop, I will do that. And if you guys carry me, oh my God. No, my actual like chair that has Into the Fear on it that I'm sitting in right now, carry me on that. Stop, because I'll do it.
with your Into Your Fear mic in hand, like your scepter.
Oh yes. Oh
yeah.
Stop. I have a cane that I can hook this up to. Like, to stuck into the idea.
There we go. See,
I'm so extra.
New character, who dis?
I'd be extra as hell.
You should.
Okay, after the show, we might make this a thing. We'll start game planning.
I won in 2013. I won Chicago Zombie Prom King.
Yes.
And a few years later, I think it was like 2018, I went back and I wore my crown and my sash. In basically almost the same outfit. And I just showed up, and Zombie Army hosted that event. And so I showed up, and they were just like, did you just come to win again? And I was just like, yeah. What do you mean? They're like, you already have your you already have all your like your crown and your sash ready. Like, and I was just like, if you want to crown me again, I'll take it. Like, I'll spit blood all over the audience again. Yeah, it was great.
That is funny. Oh my God.
See, you already got someone wanting to see it.
I know. Damn. Well, there goes my first plan. I'll wear my other first plan on the show floor. How you guys like that? Every year I dress up for it, because I skip Transworld like every other year. Like this year I did the ball because I like the theme. The couple years before I didn't. I just was like, no, I'm too tired from walking the show floor. I'm just going to go to the Marriott, sit.
I came very close to going to the costume party this year at Transworld. I don't remember why I didn't. I was probably drunk.
I think we all are. It's Transworld.
I honestly have no... I know what I did. I got invited to... the murder mystery thing.
That's right.
That was that night. That's what I did.
But I do MHC's ball every year. Whether I'm going to compete or not, I'm going to dress up and have fun.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's right. You did one in 2018 when it was at Columbus. And yeah, you had the crown, the satchel. Yep. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, you're so extra.
I'm a whore. Anyway, so how about that? Yeah, MHC. No, but I think I know that I know Jen and Rich have been really trying to like push it and trying to make MHC better for everyone, and trying to add in more and more stuff. I'm really excited to see kind of what's coming out of everything. And also, if you've been to MHC, you know what I'm talking about. Because I don't even know, but I am very interested in seeing what Realm of Terror's booth is going to be in Haunted House Chicago Row. He does some weird stuff every single year, and I am obsessed. The line simulator like 2 years ago was golden.
Yep.
Like
I remember that.
That was the funniest thing ever. And I work for his escape rooms, which is 62 Escape. And while that was happening, like the line simulator, all the employees, at least the Schaumburg location, I don't know about the other locations, but you're gonna hear every clock go off in my damn house right now. But they all had the QR code sent to them, and so they were also trying to actively fill out the whole questionnaire that was like had people doing it, and they would get so close and then it would boot them, and it just constantly just kept booting them, and they were getting so pissed. And finally they got to the paid screen, like where you have to pay to get your ticket for it or whatever the ending was or something like that, and they hit the next button and it went 404 error, and they were just like, are you kidding? Like they were all living for it. Like they weren't even there, and they were like, this is the funniest thing ever. What are you doing next year? Like it's great. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see everyone, really. Like it's fun to have friends coming back into town and get to see everyone. Yeah, that's MHC. That's it for me.
It's
I know
definitely
Kevin's in here.
Yes, Kevin's in here. Where'd he go? Kevin.
Kevin. He'll be leading the zombie march.
Yep.
Which is really cool. I was part of the zombie march in its inaugural years. God, I don't even know how long ago that was, like 2008 or something like that. Hi, Kevin. But yeah, Zombie March is really cool. It's just a fun time just to be weird, be a zombie, walk around, make people question their dining choices at the entertainment district in the back. Oh, he's fixing his 3D printer. Nice.
He's like, I'm present.
But
last year's was so funny going through Rosemont. So for anyone who hasn't been to MHC, it's at the Donald Stevens Convention Center, which hosts, E2C2 is held there, Anime, Chicago, a lot of big name shows are held there.
Zombie March is free and family friendly and super fun. Correct.
Yes, it is.
It's free. That's the best part. You don't have to pay for it.
And if you're already there in costume and you're not a zombie, but you're some kind of other creepy character, be free to join. It is mostly, yes, zombie, but if you're in a different character and it's not a zombie, just join into the group anyway. But last year, going through Rosemont, you had the convention here, then the hotels are here. On the other side is like the where it's all restaurants and entertainment area. Walking through there last year, it was just so funny. I was trying to get everyone's reactions. It was so hard because my camera doesn't work that fast, apparently, getting everybody's reactions walking by, because it's just random people sitting there having dinner, and all of a sudden they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and the general public just has zero clue what the hell is happening. It's great.
There was some kind of, Kevin might remember this. There was some kind of alcohol festival. I think it was wine or beer or something.
Wine tasting.
It was the wine tasting. These three ladies, there was actually a bigger group, but the three ladies were, I guess, were the most sober ones to get out of their chairs. They're like, oh, they're trying to, stop us. They're like, oh, here, take these bottles. We're getting handled bottles of wine. And we're like, what are we going to do?
I love
It
that.
was great. I love it. It was so much fun. Cannot wait to do it again this year.
So I want to like make a little plug for some people real quick.
Yes.
Not just so if you're coming into town for Midwest, and you're coming in early on Friday, maybe you're coming in on Thursday. Like I know there's the bus tours on Thursday, the pre-con tours, or who knows, maybe you're crazy and you're coming Wednesday. But there are a lot of different things that you can do that I don't think a lot of people know.
No.
And you can support haunt owners doing some of this. Because there are a handful of haunted houses out here that have other attractions. Mainly escape rooms. But there is 62 escape rooms. There's in Schaumburg at the Woodfield Mall, which is only 20 minutes away. They're up in Gurnee by Six Flags as well. Then there's Mine Trap escape rooms over at Massacre. Amazing escape rooms over there. I don't think they don't have axe throwing there anymore, but they did. But they have amazing rooms out there. Basement of the Dead / Disturbia. They have an escape room in Plainfield called Legendary Escape Rooms, which they also sell at Transworld. You can buy their escape rooms as well. And then there's also, I think Midnight Terror also has the escape rooms. I think it's called the Skeleton Key. Not 100% sure. I haven't done their rooms yet. And then there's also the Dungeon of Doom up in Zion, which is an hour north of the convention center. Also has escape rooms and axe throwing. So there's a good handful of stuff to do. Also, Six Flags Great America is celebrating its 50th year this year. And they are only 30 minutes away from the convention center. So if you're coming in early and you like roller coasters and those type of rides and theme parks, come on up to Six Flags. I go there pretty much on a weekly basis. They're open daily now. So
heck yeah.
I
know, because Memorial Day weekend has already passed.
Right?
So it's like all the water parks are open, the amusement parks are open every single day now. It's like, oh my God, this year is already half over with. That's what I look forward to when it's MHC. That means the year is half over and we are even closer to Halloween season.
Yeah. So close.
So for everyone watching, you know who to look out for. You need to look out for this guy.
Hey, that's me.
What made you come up with PT?
Oh, man. So it was a Midwest Haunters convention in Ohio. It was my first year. I just signed on to Massacre. This was my favorite version of him. But I just signed on the Massacre to work for them, and we went to Midwest Haunters Convention in Ohio, and I was like, I'm gonna do some. It was the time when those really creepy clown photos started coming out.
Yep.
Of clowns and like wife beater, or I don't even know if I can say that anymore. Is that I don't know.
Wife beater
shirt. And it looks like the clowns are like at the end of their day, you know? Yeah. And I was like, I kind of want to go with that vibe. I am not going to reveal the original name because I do not want to be canceled, Kevin. Thank you. We'll just say the original name in Spanish is fart. So if you want to do that translation, Go right
my
ahead. I will not say that word because I've had people attempt to come after me for my name, and I'm very fortunate that my lovely friends in this community shot her down so damn fast. It was like sniper rifles ready to go. They were like, "You don't know who you're talking about." But yeah, so I was at Midwest Haunters Convention and I had that idea, that vibe. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to figure this out. And I ended up meeting up with one of my friends, two of my friends from Wisconsin Fairgrounds. And we sat in their hotel room and I was like, I kind of want like something that looks like this. I had a couple reference photos and we created the red balls on the cheeks and smile and the McDonald's arches eyebrows.
Yeah, look at them eyebrows.
Look at that is so on fleek. Look at that.
Like
I
right
am,
up to the
I am
hairline.
ready to go.
Can
I
you
know I look
imagine
good.
if you did like the invisible yellow UV where you only see it in the UV light? Can you imagine? So they're black, but once you go under UV light, they just glow yellow. Can you imagine?
Yeah, there's like the evolution as well. I don't think I really I didn't give you a photo of the original because that's gone.
Dead.
You probably have access to it, but we're not going to play that game right now. But it was just like, you know, that shirt. I had brown corduroy pants, suspenders, and my little red cone hat that I got from a friend. I saw it at his house and I was like, can I have that? And he was like, sure. They don't make them anymore.
They
now,
became iconic.
Oh yeah, it did. I now have it in orange as well, and I have a light blue, kind of like the blue that's on the screen right now. That Kevin's
that pretty teal blue.
Yeah, I have that color, and then I also have a yellow. I wish I grabbed the purple, but oh well. But yeah, I did. I threw that on, and I made my cane that I still have to this day. I wrapped that and made it look like it was literally in the car ride to Midwest Haunters Convention. And I ended up in the top 5 for scariest Midwest that year.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, this is pretty damn good. And then the owner saw it of Massacre and he was just like, that's it. And I was just like, oh boy. And then I had my own teaser. I had everything. He threw the whole damn book at me.
I love it.
That was cool. I loved it. I'm very grateful for also
this one
that opportunity
right here. Oh yeah. This one right here. I remember this guy.
Oh yeah. That you see the shirt is the Nightmare Before Xmas Dream Reaper shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my first year working for 13th Floor. They had like a Halloween theme, like vintage Halloween kind of thing going on, and I had that mask that's on top of my head. I bought that from the Halloween store a few years prior, and I sat down in the chair in that costume, and the makeup artist was like, "What are we doing with you?" And I was just like, "I don't know, just give me some sunken features, make me look dead, like dead and mad." That's always my thing, dead and mad, like
dead and mad.
I think it's the best way to do it. And then I think I turned to Danny and I asked, "Do you have a pillowcase?" And I think she gave me that pillowcase. And so I used that to hide stuff in. Like I had ducks, I had I had real random ass. I would garbage, like just
Just
random shit. in
Random
that
stuff
bag.
that you.
I was just handing it out to people. Like I'd make them say trick or treat to me, and like I would just give them random garbage.
Then here you go. Here's a used tissue.
You for real? Like I was giving them like like those little paper boats that had like food in it still. I was like, here, like, and there was like, what? And I was just like, hey, it's Robert.
Look who just joined us. Hello,
Hi,
Robert. Did
Robert.
you have a good birthday, sir? Robert just had a birthday not too long ago.
Happy birthday, Robert. He older now.
I know. Our baby boy getting old. We
But
love
yeah.
Robert.
So this character was a lot of fun. I don't think I ever really named him. I was just a weird creep,
He's just creep.
kind of stalking around. Oh, I didn't.
The pillowcase creep.
I wish I sent my. Thank you. I was
I
literally.
was
like,
holding it.
I didn't send this photo, and I was like, I should
I
have.
got you. I got you.
This was probably.
This one threw me and Dozer off. It was because we were walking through 13th floor. We had no idea that you were guest acting that night. We were expecting Danny to do something. I'm trying to remember who else was there. We were expecting those guys to do something to us. And all of a sudden, here comes Derek as whatever the hell this is.
This was, I call him Uncle Steve.
Yes.
And
Steve.
yeah, he's nuts. He thinks that the government is listening to everything, and that they're controlling, and like the phone that is tied around my neck, I would have conversations too. Like they were talking to me. I don't know if I did it for Midwest. I may have. I had in the back halls, I had like packs of tinfoil that I was just making hats for people. And this was my first time debuting that, whatever that was. And no one knew what I was doing. And all of a sudden, like I had like at the end of the night, I had people coming up to me and they're like, do you know why there were people walking around with tinfoil hats to the haunt? Because I was literally like making them on people's heads. Like, and that's also the thing, is like, don't touch the customers. 100%, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, these are different. These are different people. So I was just like, come here.
These are haunters. We can do whatever we want to them.
Like, if you complain, you're fine. Whatever.
Yeah,
I was giving people like bunny ears. Like I was doing weird shit with the tinfoil. And I was in my own damn world. Like I was not there. I was not at 13th floor. It was all in here. I was just going. Someone was looking at me and they're just like, can I talk to them? And I was just like, yeah. Like, and I hung, like handed over the phone, and they were cool. They played along with it. Like that they were also hearing things.
I love it.
I was just like, oh, wait, hold on. You got another call. And I took the end of the cord and I just shoved it in my ear. And they're like, what? And I was just like, what? Different channel. Like, and like, I did some weird stuff with that character. It was a lot of fun. And then I went to the party afterwards and got drunk.
Yep. That's what we all do. It's those happy, funny, throw together characters that just make it great.
Yeah, I love that. He's
But
somewhere. I don't
I,
know.
I told you with Andy, so I knew Andy through Midnight Terror, but I'd never actually seen him act. And he was guest acting one year at MHC over at EI. And we're going through and it's dark. He's in a bodysuit, but it's painted to make him look like he was naked. I straight up thought he was actually naked.
Yeah.
I'm walking, and all I see is butt cheek. Even though it was airbrushed on, I can't tell it's in the dark. And I was like, what the haunted hoochie is going on here?
I love that costume that he has, especially when he I don't know if you saw it, but he now does like a crying baby face on it, and it's so disturbing. Like I hate it in the best of ways possible. I love
Right.
Andy. Ugh. But yeah, like that character is crazy. I love it. It's so and cries. Ugh.
Right.
Okay.
Here's a blast from the past photo right here.
Holy shit. Look at that. I don't know where that headlamp is. That was such a cool piece. I'm really green. So the person, do you know the person to the left? Or to my left? The girl?
That's Linda. She owns
you.
Terror on 66. That's the one
Okay.
out here by me.
Yeah, because I met her there this was Midwest Haunters Convention, Ohio. I met her there and we were just shooting the shit. And I honestly, to this day, I was never able to put the name to the face. So, hi.
She's been on the show before. One day she'll come around and start traveling with me. She's got young kids and she's got a haunted house to run, so it's hard for her to travel nowadays. This was back before, so this was back when she would come to MHC because she was one of our main groups with Scary Gary. So remember, it used to be like 10 of us, and Linda was one of the main people. And then just we all got older and got our own things, and we all spread out and left. God damn. Just ignore me. I swear I'm sober.
What happened?
Smacked it. It gets abused a lot.
You breaking stuff.
I know. That's literally on the other side of the room.
Who else we got in here? What's the next creature you got of me?
Oh my goodness.
On Fusco.
Now, where do you come up with a name like that?
So, in Latin, Infusco means to bring darkness.
Oh.
So he was Infusco the clown. And there's another shot, I believe I sent it to you, where I have my mouth ratchet in this exact same costume. But I was basically like a crazed demonic clown. That one. This was featured in a magazine, which is really cool.
Really?
Yes. It was like some horror. They were talking about like horror conventions, like horror movie conventions and stuff like that. And this was taken at FanFest, something FanFest Chicago or something like that. But the second floor of it was all horror. And it was, God, what's his name? I'm terrible at this. People are gonna shit.
I'm bad at names too. Do not feel bad. I'll remember
Bruce
your dog's
Campbell.
name though.
Bruce Campbell. It was his Bruce Campbell's Horror Fest or something like that. The guy from Evil Dead.
Yes.
And it was his little like thing. And my friend who partnered with a haunted house back in the day, they built this big, beautiful booth, big curved catacomb set. And they had a handful of scare actors from across Chicago come out and just be creepy. And I decided I was going to do that. And I had that character. I brought him out and that I did that makeup. Like, so that was like really cool. I just did it on myself real quick.
Hell yeah.
And I love doing that character because just aesthetically it looks really cool. But that mouth ratchet is awful on my jaw.
Oh, I bet. I see a lot of
and
haunters that have like all the different
it's
mouthpieces, and I'm like, man, I'll do it for a photo shoot, but I
so
don't know if I'll wear that all night.
so the new ones, right? So it's gonna be weird, but like they go this way to ratchet your mouth open. That's how the newest one. Mine, I purchased this particular mouthpiece from Dapper Cadaver. And these were actual like medical dental equipment in like the Middle East. So they would actually use this in dentistry
That's crazy.
to hold open your mouth. And there was also a tongue depressor on the inside as well.
Oh,
Like a metal tongue depressor that was attached. And I always like tried to have it flat as much as I could, but like my gag reflex was just not having it.
no.
I ended up that particular one broke in my mouth while I was acting, and that, oh man,
Did you spit it at a customer?
I was doing my thing, and like I just felt it just go like that, and I was just like, like, so I'm like just frozen in front of a customer doing my thing. Yeah, exactly. And I quickly like ran out of the room after the customer left, and I just like go like this, and it just like fell apart in pieces in my hands, and I was like, and I went over to, I forgot who the tech guy was for this one. I forgot where this was, but I like handed it over, and he's like, I can't fix that, and I was like, please, like,
Right?
and he's like, no. So there's in a box somewhere in the basement. The box somewhere in my basement right now is like, I kept it. It's just a broken mouth ratchet. I bought a second one. It just I didn't like it. And so I don't know where that one is. But yeah, I haven't done that character in a while because purely the mouth ratchet. But the version of me coming out of the drawer was after the whole mouth ratchet thing. I was like, I'm not doing the mouth ratchet for this. Fuck that.
Yeah. I feel that.
So this is the latest that I've created. So I was very much inspired by a little bit of Labyrinth. And then there were, what are they like? They were trolls, but they were at my local theme park, so Six Flags Great America, long time ago, before the park did it themselves, like for Fright Fest.
Mm-hmm.
They had an external company in, and they did Fright Fest for the park. And they had these big burly trolls. And so like I wanted to make the shape of it and be a troll, but also like theirs were like they had spikes coming out of the shoulder pads. Like it was more like leather. Mine, I wanted to be a little bit more mythical, a little bit more woodsy. And I created this for Krampus. Because I was like, I'm gonna try it for Krampus. I have my little broomstick switch. And then I had like bells going around my waist. I can't tell you who made the mask. Because I actually acquired it from David from Basement of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it in their back room one day because there was a tornado going on. This was at Disturbia. I'm sorry. There was a tornado happening, so we all had to stay in shelter in their makeup area. And I looked over and I was near David and I was just like, that mask is really cool. And he's just like, you want it? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, here you go. And I was like, how much do you want for it? He goes, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh,
So yeah, that's my little troll guy. I would love to bring him to Ren Fair. But
yes.
as you can see, that thing is like all fur and wool.
Yes.
Um,
Swamp ass.
That's gonna be beyond swamp ass. I'll probably I have to figure out if I can like change the underlayer to pull out the wool part, but like I'll keep the hide on my back, like the big it's real fur. 150% wool. But yeah, I love that costume. That's such a fun thing that I made, and it's just I don't need to do much, you know, like I'm big and intimidating. Those are football shoulder pads that are underneath.
Yep.
It's a heavy costume, don't get me wrong. Like I'm tired as shit when I'm done with it. But it's so cool. Like people just see this big ball of fur with a weird nose coming at them, and it's scary.
I
Like,
love it.
scary character. So eventually I'll be bringing him back out. I don't know what or when, but he'll come back out. He's in a box in the garage.
Trying to remember where you put everything.
That's not me, but I'm going to Realm of Terror. I know that guy. I think that's Dan.
I swore it was you. My bad.
No, but I'm going there. That is my vampire. I call him my elder vampire. That I did at 13th Floor, Chicago, for their Love Bites event. That is a real coyote around my neck.
Yeah.
Whenever I do fur, I do real fur. I'm sorry. Like, I want the authentic. I put my money into that. Marsh ass. Yeah, that is accurate. But yeah, fun fact about this costume that's on screen right now. If they allow it, they denied Hunter's Horde back in the day. I don't know if I think they would be fine with it. Basic, like on how it looks really trollish. Like it's not scary looking. I feel like if I go in just normal walking, like not purposely hunting people down, I feel like I can get away with just being a troll at Ren Fair. Because like
Hell yeah.
I feel that can be in that era.
Oh no, that can definitely fit. I've actually seen scary costumes at a couple Ren fairs, so it definitely just depends on your organizers and officials that are running it of like what they deem is this, and that.
But real quick, back to that vampire costume that I had. So it's a prosthetic. That's not my brow. But the shirt that's underneath. So the brown shirt is a Godiva chocolatier coat.
Really?
I was a Godiva chocolatier.
I love it.
So that was my uniform. And I was like, huh, this is kind of cool looking. And so I threw it on and I was just like, you know what, this works. So it's very like I give it my elder vampire kind of vibe. So
I like it.
yeah.
Then I remembered this guy.
Yeah, so that is the troll.
And had no idea it was you. Had no idea it was you.
Without the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, that mask was made. I don't know who made that mask, to be honest. Yes. That was so amazing for Krampus. Because it was so warm.
Yes, it was cold. Like God, your guys' winters are nuts.
It was so frigid that year. the the performance manager of 13, I always told him, I'm just like, put me wherever, like I'm not one of those where I'm trying to always be in the line. I don't I I had my era, of being in photos and stuff like that. I don't really care anymore. It's cool. I like to see my stuff online, but like there's also a lot of other great people that deserve the limelight. But I told him, I was like, I am making this costume. Do not have any call offs because I need to be outside. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, when you see it, you'll know why. And he's like, okay. And so when I went out there, like he came out and he's like, oh, yeah, you were right. How many layers is that? And I was just like, a lot. Like,
love
I'm like, this
I'm a
thing is-
nut. I'm a
I'm
nut.
like,
I'm a
that
nut.
lets
Stay
you-
hydrated.
I have to like the full body turn. Otherwise, like it just looks stupid. It looks stupid now, but like in that costume, it makes sense. But yeah, I couldn't do a normal like head turn in that thing. But it was hot. Like that costume was hot. And then the following year, that next year, it was raining and it was warm. So I was back in that costume and the fur was getting, wet. And I was in the troll version. I wasn't in Krampus version, but I was running around in that and I was like dying. I was drenched and like it was disgusting. I had like I turned to Danny and I was just like, can I steal one of the, like at the end of the night, like there's certain costumes that like she like hoses down with like alcohol and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts them in tents that have fans and the fans go all night just to like circulate and make sure it's clean for the next day.
That's what I do.
Can I have my own tent? And she was just like, what do you mean? And like I was like, all of this. And like I like she goes, oh yeah. Like so like I got my own little tent and like I just had everything like propped up in it and like fans were blowing in it and everything. And I was like, please dry for tomorrow.
Right.
It was still wet the next day, but it was okay. I did it. I didn't get sick, so that's all that matters. Annex. So this was my first costume that I did for the prison. So that is the exit door of the first attraction. This was year one. I also it was really cool being on this management team because there was our makeup manager, Marissa. She was a fantastic makeup artist. She was taught in the way of airbrush, and just airbrush. And it was like her and I would sit down like in like when we were prepping and all that stuff. And she's like, I want to get more into like the gritty, dirty stuff like that you do. And I was just like, this is how I do it. Like, and I introduced her to like, all my products and the stuff that I do. And this one is just like, I was just like, do you have a black cake? And she's just like, yeah. And I was like, can I have a chip brush? She goes, what? And so I went to the paint room and I got a chip brush and I just poured water into the black cake and it just started going down my arms.
Go down.
Watching me do this. Keep in mind, my shirt's off and everything. So I'm like doing like everything. I'm like making myself disgusting, putting like slime shit in my hair. And then in this, all I was wearing was prison striped pants, a black leather apron, my shoes. Those are my normal shoes. and I had those are PT's teeth. Yeah. Wow, I just zoomed in. I didn't know I could do that. That was PT's teeth, and then I did barbed wire wrapped around my eyes. And I grabbed a chainsaw, and I was hiding in the last room of the haunted house under a sheet. So the last room of the prison used to be a padded cell
Yeah.
in the first year, and so we had a bed sheet ghost costume, which all it was like a white sheet and it had holes in the eyes, right?
Yeah.
And
Classic.
I went into there and I was like, give me that. And so I threw it over me,
Double scare.
and I was just standing in the corner right by the exit. And this room, at that time, it was cool, but really didn't make sense. And actors really didn't like going into it too much. It just really, to me also, it just didn't make sense. There was a strobe light going in that room too. So you come around the corner, snake around, and then you exit. I was standing in the corner right around before you exit, in full-blown sheet ghost, just standing there, just trying not to move. People were pointing me out like crazy. And honestly, it worked for the best. People were just like, that's somebody. And then as soon as they would exit, like walk out the door onto the ramp where that picture was taken, I would take the sheet off and just come up right behind them and like pull the chainsaw and chase them all the way back to the midway. And they would be falling over, and security is watching this whole thing crying because they're laughing so damn hard that this is happening. And
the West is when you break security.
I'll say this now because it's not a thing anymore. I ran through the prison with that chainsaw. I probably shouldn't have, the exhaust and all that, but I didn't stay in one spot for one time. I just started running. Great. Like actors were like, "What the fuck is happening?" We also had temps. Like we had a couple temp people in there too, and I don't think they ever came back. It scared the shit out of people. And shockingly enough, like I had a lot of people, like when those pictures went out, that was like a thing. Because that was also, I did that on the news. I did the same character because we didn't have enough actors for the news segment. So I was like, all right, I'm going in. So I did that character and I was in broad daylight. That was brutal. And interviewed people with that. But when pictures got out of that character, I had people private messaging me, "How did you do that with the barbed wire around your eyes?" I'm like, you think it's real? You think I put real barbed wire around my eyes? No. I got that from Spirit Halloween, baby. Like, that's what that is. I took it, I spritzed it with a little silver, a little orange, a little brown, wrapped it around, threw some blood on it, called it a day. Like, it's all I did. Like, and it looked terrifying as hell. And people were like, "This is amazing." And I was just like, no, I wrapped some twine around my fucking head. Like, that's basically all that it is.
Hey, it worked. I love it.
I loved it too. It's somewhere. I have that costume still too. I may have the pants. I don't know.
I got one last character here.
Ooh, Mr. Bunny. So this was, as you and Carly briefly talked about this earlier. when I was managing Massacre, we decided that we were going to do an Easter hunt. And the owner was like, "You figure this out. I'm not figuring this out. This is your event." And I was like, "Okay."
Hell yeah.
And I was like, "Cool. We're gonna do an Easter egg hunt through the haunted house where customers have to find eggs." And I was trying to figure out how I wanted these creatures to look. Oh, that's Alex. Fucking terrifying.
Just how you said it.
He's so
Said it with
good.
your soul.
He's amazing at scaring. Like, and I think he's still at Massacre. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's there once in a while. But I was trying to figure out. I was like, how do I make these people look like what am I going for here? And I ended up I was playing BioShock, and I saw like the Splinter people.
Yes.
With like the bunny masks, and they were like in suits. And dress up. And so I was just like, that's where I want to do something like that, but not that, I don't rip off 100%, like I'll rip off a little bit and then make the rest my own.
Yes.
And so instead of doing like fancy bunny masks, like they had like the very sharp edge bunny ears that were like going up and all that. I created, I think we only had a couple in the show, but I took stuffed animal bunnies, like bigger ones, and I cut their faces off and turned them into masks. And then I wore like dress shirts and stuff like that. And like each area had its own different kind of like vibe bunny. But like overall, like that was like the mood of the whole thing. Like bunny people are coming after you. I had like a butcher bunny. I had like this dude was like, I want to say like 6'2", easily like 350, like big dude. And he like we shoved a full blown mascot bunny head on him, and he had overalls and a big ass cleaver, and he was terrible. He's normally our butcher. So we took the pig head off and we threw a bunny head on. But yeah, I created that character, and like we were trying to do a photo shoot, and I think Carly was there, and a couple other people. We were trying to figure stuff out, and we decided that we were just going to make slime, and we poured blood in it, and we made disgusting ass slime, and we were filling eggs with it and like pulling it out of buckets in front of people. I was attempting to eat it sometimes. I don't do that anymore. I'm old now. I won't do that kind of stuff anymore. I know how people get sick. That's it. But yeah, like it was a fun Easter thing, and it lasted a couple years, and the like the actors liked it, but also we weren't it wasn't drawing enough people to justify not just like opening, but also repairing the sets after that event, because people were getting very aggressive into trying to find the eggs. And so we had sets that were being like torn apart because people were trying to find fucking eggs. We're just like, they're going to be in plain sight. We're not really hiding them. Like, don't destroy my cemetery, please, to look for an egg. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
And they would take the decorations too, like, because we had like giant eggs on top of things. And they're like, "Oh, giant egg, that must be something." So like they take the egg, and like the actors, some of the like my leads that would like run the areas for me, all of a sudden they were like, "Big egg," like what Why? And like, you just hear over the radio, there's a large egg going through the house scene. And I was just like, son of a bitch. And so like, I just come over and I just run over and I find the large egg and I just go, gimme. Like, and like, I grab the egg and they're like, wait, come back. And I was like, you weren't supposed to take this. Like,
My egg.
my egg.
Going around kidnapping my child.
But yeah.
Be like, no, there's things in this egg that are not appropriate for the public. Like, I would just play along with that shit.
You don't
How
want
dare
what's
you
inside.
steal?
I don't
Man,
want it inside. You don't want it.
Just, man, I've taken shit in this egg. Why are you taking my toilet? Like, I would say some wretched
You
stuff.
took my poop egg. Actors have piss jugs. We got poop eggs.
There you go.
You gotta go to the bathroom, shit in this egg.
Oh my god.
It'll smell like rotten eggs eventually.
Eventually, yes. Oh, speaking of the froggy smells, some of the stuff I can't handle. I'm like, dude, I can't.
And this is also like, I have, like, I was going through my haunt box, like where I keep my contacts and all that stuff, and I went through everything, refreshed everything. Magically, still have contacts that are still hydrated. I was like, what the fuck? But I looked in and I still have the scents that I had when I used to spray down my costumes. Says I was like, I don't want to smell nice. I want to smell disgusting because I want to smell like you don't want to touch me. Because that's the goal. I don't want you to touch me at all. Like, I want you to be away from me. I don't want people to touch me in that costume. Or any costume, to be honest. Don't fucking touch me. Like, haunters, fine. Touch me all you want. I don't care. Everyone at Midwest Haunters Convention, go for it. Touch me. I don't care. But it's the nasty ass general public. Where I'm just like, I don't know you. I'm not cool with you. Don't touch me. And that's like, I used to throw brown slime all over me. Is in my clown costume, and it would literally stop people like dead in their tracks because they'd be like, ew, what's that? And then they stop. And I'm just like, but you can drink Malort. No.
Kevin and the Malort, man.
I'm sorry. I've lived in the Chicagoland area my entire damn life. I do not actively seek Malort. And if you actively seek Malort, you actively need to get a therapist. Because there's a lot more deeper issues than we're knowing of. Because that stuff is disgusting.
So when we were on the Lost Source tour, going out to Old Juliet and Hell's Gate and Disturbia, besides the Jello shots, that's all that was available was Malort. And I'm like,
no one will take my case. That is very fair. I guess it is Malort for you then. Yeah, that I don't understand it. I went to a long time ago when I was like 21. Oh man. But I went to a bar out in Fox Lake, Illinois, and they had something that was similar to Malort. It wasn't Malort, but it was something similar. It mostly tasted like drinking original Windex. Like, it had a real ammonia kind of smell into it. It was awful. It was pure awful. But it also had like a little flowery scent at the end. But it was weird. I don't know. But they were like, we make it in house, and I was like, clearly, like, fuck. And then, also I had Malort, and I was just like, why are these in existence? Kevin, why is this in existence? You don't need to answer this now. You can answer it at Midwest, but I would like to. I want your homework, besides getting Zombie March ready, is to find out why Malort was created Like, what was the reasoning behind it? And you're
I'm
probably
waiting
going
for
to
a
come
Google
up
search.
with an answer like right now, and you probably know it, knowing you. Crazy. I'm glad we're friends. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
We're gonna find out at MHC why it was created.
That's
It's probably
be
gonna have like a
the-
really bad story. Like it's gonna be a whole either it was a complete by mistake kind of thing, or there's gonna be like a really horrifying story behind it. You're gonna be like, oh, people are drinking this.
Wait. I got it. Sammy, this is gonna be a new segment for your show. So you know how you did your interview with Tom and Emma?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is going to be, you're going to interview Kevin, and Kevin's going to give you a presentation on why Malort was created. It's for digestion aid before meal.
I told you it was gonna be something.
Is that legit? Like, is that, I don't know if, because I would believe that 100%. Like, if that is like a medicine for it, hold on, new seminar, Kevin, history of Malort. You know what? Maybe the learning lab. We need to, this is I'm gonna tell Chris from Trans World, be like, Kevin needs to do the learning lab, but it's
about Malort.
the history of Malort and why it's a thing. But yeah, I think you should interview Kevin. Oh, not about the Zombie March.
It's just all about Malort.
Not about anything else that he does in his life.
Kevin, what are you doing this week?
It's going to be an interview about Malort. You want to what? Throw Japes in there too. Why not? He likes Malort.
Oh my god.
There we go. See.
So the whole time I'm just sitting here while having those two on screen and they just talk about Malort the whole time. I'm like, this has nothing to do with haunted houses.
Visiting the distillery and doing a feature. That's cool.
That I like.
Okay. I have a march to plan this week. That's fair.
You got other things to do. Don't make me call Troy.
Well, Troy put it together.
No, Troy will give you the history. It is nasty as shit. It was made from a piss bottle. The end.
It was made by Piss Jug Man.
There you go. I don't know. Uncle Steve might be behind it. You never know.
No one ever knows, especially with Uncle Steve. No one ever knows. He don't even know. He doesn't like. All he knows. He don't know. That's all he knows. He don't know. That man's crazy. I'm crazy. Why do I do this?
Why do we do this?
Why
Because of the love of the game, the love of the sport. Because it might as well be a sport. I'm telling you, haunting kicks our butts.
Mm-hmm. I love it. This is why I keep doing it. That's why it's been 21 years. My haunt career.
I'm on 19. You got 2 years on me.
My haunt career. Now drink. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but I do love it, and I love all the opportunities that I've had, and I constantly and I'm constant still to this day, like I'm still trying to do more things. I'm still trying to learn about a lot of stuff. A lot of things are still happening, still being created. I like the creativeness, and I like learning about it, and that's why I keep going.
That's why we keep doing it, and the industry just keeps getting better and better every year, and I'm here for it.
I won't say better every year, but it's close.
It's close.
I'm just like, what happened? Like,
it's definitely, we're getting to be the older generation, so for us, it's not what it used to be. Kids complain about Hell Weekend. Because I don't even think Hell Week is no longer a thing. It's Hell Weekend. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we used to have Hell Month when haunts were open the entire month of October. Yeah, y'all remember that? That you kiddos don't know what a Hell Month is.
Well, what's crazy is we so like we I don't know if other people like refer to this, but like there's the 13th floor schedule. Because I don't know how it is in exactly like all the other markets, but ever since like Chicago has had a 13th floor, um, it's always been like, well, they have the 13th floor schedule where they're basically open like pretty much like every day in October.
Yeah,
Um,
they still have the old school schedule.
yeah, and like
I'm going like by general of like all haunts, you know, just
right,
like the
most
big
haunts,
widescreen. There are still haunts that yes, still do the entire month of October. There's haunts that open up the beginning of almost the beginning of September, like they're trying to compete with Halloween Horror Nights. And then there's ones that will not open until October starts. And then there's ones that are just strictly open on Saturdays. Everybody's got a different schedule, what works with their region.
well, I
But
think I'm not 100% like I'm not saying it like exactly, but I'm pretty sure Realm of Terror has always been open just in October. Like they don't touch into September or anything like that. And then they just do weekends. Like they know what works for them. They know how it works, and you know they've this. I believe it's 25 years that Realm of Terror has been around. You know, like it's cool that a haunt can survive that long. You know, it's not like Nile Scream Park that's been around for 51 years or
I
whatever.
know, gosh.
God, I love that place, but 51 years? Holy crap. Like, no negativity, but damn.
I know, you just think about it. You've been doing that long?
Age, I'm like, oh, like, I'm so
Derek, that's gonna be us here soon, buddy. What you
I
do?
did that? Like, oh my God.
We will never stop. We will continue to do this.
I'm gonna be like old as shit. Still doing this. I'll be like,
We
I'm
will be scary Garys.
we'll be the new scary Garys. We'll just come to trans world drunk as shit. You know, like I'm Gary. I love scary Gary.
That's actually a really good impression, though.
Thank you.
We love Gary.
Oh, real quick, speaking of Gary, there's a handful of people that we were making the joke that one year for Trans World, you know how they have like the costume party every year?
Yeah.
That the theme one year should
I already know what you're gonna say.
should be Oops All Garys. And it is you come as different versions of Scary Gary.
Oh, and I know all of them too. Oh my god.
Scary Gary, what else? Barry Gary. You can have
You could do some
ordinary Gary.
Scary Gary Claus, Reverend Scary Gary, like all of his different like costume versions that he's done of Scary Gary. You could do homeless Gary where he's sitting on the corner with change. Remember when he used to do that?
The possibilities are endless. Like there's so many different versions of Scary Gary. Like, and it would just and then at the end, we all have to take a group picture.
Yes.
But Scary Gary is
Derek,
not.
Derek, it sounds like that's what we're doing for next year's Trans World.
Hell yeah. I'm down.
Gary is not to know about it either, everybody.
Yeah, no.
I know he's
Gary-
not watching this live stream right now, so he is not to know about it.
He doesn't even know what stream is.
We love you, Gary.
Gary, if you do end up chiming on this conversation and you ever watch this episode, I do love you, dude. Like I appreciate everything that you've done in this industry and how I don't even know what you do, but you are a trooper. You are a legend. Thank you for your service.
Literally, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service, and thank you for working for Larry for all those years.
That's where I was about to get to.
God bless Gary for that. Oh.
All right, so we're coming up on 3 hours. This has been a long episode, but I'm here for it. All right, so tickets are available for Midwest Haunters Convention. That is in 3 days, so you better get your tickets now.
Get them. Buy all your tickets. Do it. Spend all the money. Give it all to Jen and Rich.
Yes.
But they got really cool stuff, and they make really cool stuff for us little haunter people. So
Yes, they do.
go do it. Go, as Alan says, go make stuff.
Yep, go make stuff
Go make
from the
stuff.
legendary.
We'll see you all at Midwest Hunters Convention.
Yep, we'll see you guys in 3 days.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, the pre-show, the
Oh,
pre-tour
okay,
starts
okay. I'm not doing
So
the
technically
Thursday.
5. So technically 5 days if you're counting the actual convention itself. But it starts
I'm
on
only
Thursday
doing
for the
Friday.
pre-tour.
Got them tickets. It starts Thursday. I will not be there for the Thursday tour. Even though I would like to go see 5 Points Haunted House, because that sounds cool. And it's that Brick Thunder Haunted House. So come on, see it. But come to the Massacre Haunt. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do things and stuff and look at all the pretty stuff, and you can look at it all and admire it. And there's stuff that I did that's still in there. So come on and look at it. It's
That and
great.
you got to look for this guy.
Look for that guy. I also got new contacts in too. So I actually will have those eyes in. So
Hell yeah. All right, Derek, thank you so much for returning to the show.
thanks
Our
for
first
having me,
ever.
Miss Paul.
Oh, I am excited.
Me
Yep.
too.
Get a vintage sticker. Yep. See everyone starting Friday. I will see you guys on Friday. That's when I come into town. So I will see everyone this weekend. And remember, stay scary. I am your host, Chainsaw Sammy with Into the Fear.